Welcome to Foxborough Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. 65th consecutive sellout here, and the fans here are trying to urge their Patriots for their first win. Patriots offense being introduced to the crowd.
At wide receiver, number 88, Terry Glenn. Quarterback is number 11.
Today on the NFL on Fox, it's an AFC-NFC battle between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. I'm Sam Rosen along with Bill Moss. First road game of the season for the Minnesota Vikings, who are 2-0 and have been led by their stars.
Oh, that's the big thing. And the stars, of course, are Randy Moss and Chris Carter. You may be able to get a biscuit off these guys, but you're not going to get a full lunch. They show up in the fourth quarter. In the first two games they played this year, big plays in the fourth quarter by these two guys is what have elevated this offense and this team into wins. And they got a young guy throwing him the ball, but he's been afforded the luxury of sitting in the pocket and having those guys catch him. Dennis Green said this about Dante Culpepper. He's capable of running for three and throwing for three.
So a tough job for the New England Patriots to try and shut down that high-powered offense, but they have to find a way because they're 0-2 and desperately need a win.
And if there's one guy that can do it, it's Bill Belichick. Remember the Pats last year. They were 6-2 until Bill Belichick's defense came up here with the Jets and shut him down. Other teams copied his plan, and the Patriots struggled, went losing 6 out of the next 7 games. He can do that today again. He's going to try to come up with a scheme to put pressure on Dante Culpepper and shut down those two wide receivers. It'll be interesting to see how he goes about it.
Some other keys to look for the Patriots. For that, let's go to the sideline to Butch Stearns.
Well, Damian Woody will start at center, and Joe Andruzzi will be the right guard. And on the left side, it'll be Sally Isaiah. Actually switch those guys around. But that's the key for the Patriots, protecting Bledsoe with a couple of journeymen there. Back to you, Sam.
And that offensive line will have to deal with a blitzing Minnesota Vikings defense. The last time the Vikings visited New England was 1994. They got a rude welcome then, and the Patriot fans hope to be rude to them again today. We'll be set for the opening kickoff, the Vikings and the Patriots, in just a moment.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome back to Foxborough as we get set to begin the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Earlier games just gone final. Atlanta's beaten Carolina 15-10. Green Bay late field goal wins it 6-3 over Philadelphia. Tampa Bay huge win now 3-0 as they beat Detroit. Cleveland with a 23-20 win over Pittsburgh. Cleveland now 2-1. Jacksonville shutting out Cincinnati. That's late in the fourth quarter. And the Jets trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 1966. There is the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings in his 9th year, Dennis Green. He's made the playoffs 7 out of 8 years. And his Vikings always seem to get off to a great start in the month of September. You see that record. And his team 2-0 to begin this season. This is their first road game. As we get set for the opening kickoff. The Patriots will be kicking off. They'll have the wind at their back.
Pretty good wind out there today,
too. Strong. Back deep for the Minnesota Vikings, Tyrone Carter and Mo Williams. Mo Williams to your right, Carter to your left. Adam Vinatieri to kick off.
It'll be interesting to see how the Patriots respond to the short week, that Monday night game. A hard-fought game all the way down to the wire, and having to come back and get ready and forget that one. The Division I, it was a tough one, and come back and get ready on a short week.
Vinatieri sends it deep to Carter, 1 yard in. Carter with good speed. But he was upended on the play by Kato Serwanga. And we look at the Minnesota Vikings offense. Dante Culpepper, his 2nd year with the Vikings, his first as a starter, and this is his first road start. Matt Burke, who played his collegiate football at Harvard, centers the offensive line. Randy Moss and Chris Carter, the great wide receivers. Robert Smith off to a good start at running back. We'll see a lot of two tight ends. John Davis gets the start, and they open up with two tight ends. The lone setback is Robert Smith. Flags go down, and they stop the play. Referee is Phil Luckett this afternoon.
53. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
A start called on Todd Stussy, the left tackle.
You know, one of the things that the Minnesota Vikings were talking about, their offensive line, was they have problems hearing Dante Culpepper's snap count. They say he's a soft voice, and a lot of guys can't hear him say hut. They hear him say get set, get down. They cannot hear when the hut comes out.
Now they have the two-back I formation. Kleinsasser, the fullback. Smith looking for an opening. Gets about a yard on the play. Take a look at the Patriots defensively. They played well against the Jets, but failed to make a couple of late plays. Willie McGinnis, the pass-rushing defensive end this year. Chad Eaton, Brandon Mitchell, strong in the middle. The linebackers, Brewski, Johnson, and Slade. We'll see a lot of Andy Katzenmoyer as well. And they've moved around a little bit in the secondary. Otis Smith.
Otis Smith is going to be starting at free safety and at corner. And what they did, they took Antonio Langham and put him back at free safety, where Bucky Jones was the first 2 weeks.
Culpepper rolling, looking downfield and running as he does so well, and a big pickup for a first down. Out of bounds, up around the 38-yard line, chased out by Willie McGinnis.
Well, watch, you know, when this guy gets going, he's dangerous enough. But down when you get the receivers in. See, they're running the routes. Here's the matchup right there. That's Otis Smith. He's blocking on Moss. Now watch when Moss sees he's running, watch him start blocking Otis Smith. He gets a piece of him and takes him right out of the picture, away from the sidelines. And Culpepper, anytime he runs, he's not running for 5 yards. He's going to get at least 12.
Well, he got 13 on that one. Came into the game having rushed for 110 yards in the first 2 games. Robert Smith up to about the 43-yard line. Picked up about 5 on the play. Antonio Langham made the tackle. Robert Smith, who's had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Keep him healthy, you know, and he's a big-time runner.
The thing about Robert Smith is he's a darn good back. I mean, he's fast, he's explosive, he can break one at any time. But when you got guys like Moss and Carter on the field, no one ever seems to talk about him much.
Ty Law matched up against Chris Carter on 2nd and 4, looking for Carter, and it's incomplete. Juggled it, and it dropped incomplete. We welcome those of you who are watching the San Francisco 49ers and the St. Louis Rams. Rams go to 3-0 after their 41-24 victory. Sam Rosen and Bill Moss here at Foxborough Stadium in New England, where the Patriots and Vikings are just underway. The Vikings have gotten 1 first down. They have the ball 3rd and 4 at their own 44-yard line and have 3 wide receivers in. Matthew Hatchett has joined Randy Moss and Chris Carter.
And 6 defensive backs.
Culpepper gets time, and it's complete for a first down to the tight end, John Davis. John Davis, who played his first 4 years with Tampa, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, had caught only 7 passes in his career. That's his 5th catch this season.
Well, they had dime defense on the field. Now here's Carter in the slot. He's going to be matched up most of the day with Ty Law. Ty Law is going to take him all over the field. He draws a safety help right there. There's coverage there. So Culpepper stays in the pocket, checks his reads, and finds the tight end.
Kleinsasser and Smith in the backfield, and it's Robert Smith following the big fullback for about 3 yards. Bobby Hamilton, 6th-year defensive end, number 91, made the stop for the Patriots.
One thing that Minnesota is going to have to contend with, you know, you're not used to playing AFC teams as it is. And then for them, they have to play. See, they have a 3-man front. So this is a 3-4 defense with 3 down linemen and then backers over here. Conventionally in the NFL right now, everyone runs a 4-3. So this Okie look is a little bit different blocking for the offense.
Out of the shotgun with both backs in the backfield for protection. Culpepper lets it fly to the sideline, and the catch is made by Chris Carter. A first down inside the 40. He finds a way to make the grab and stay in bounds.
Well, that's nothing new for Chris Carter. Anytime he's on the sidelines, he is going to make the catch. I don't even think the side judges or the referees or anybody questions it. He's, again, on tie law. Again, you're going to see that all day long. Working the sidelines, knowing where to come back, finding the area to get away for separation on the corner, and giving Dante Culpepper something to throw at.
Caught 9 passes last week against Miami for a career-high 168 yards. The chase is on. Mitchell chasing Culpepper. Culpepper turns it into a gain. And a first down at the Patriots 26.
12 yards.
What a weapon this guy is.
Every time he takes off, he's at least good for 12 yards.
Another 13-yard pickup.
Here's Brandon Mitchell here. He's going to get the push inside here and get up into Culpepper's face. And then that clears outside here. There's nobody in contain then. There's Stuzy blocking down. Now see, there's nobody outside in contain. That's one thing you really got to make sure of when you're playing a mobile quarterback that can take off on you, is that you contain the pocket.
He's a linebacker.
He's listed as a backup guard on the depth chart. Not really.
Picked up officially 12. 2 carries, 25 yards for Culpepper. Outside to Randy Moss. Hops over one man and gets out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Neat little move by Randy Moss, showing his agility.
Well, nice little move by Chris Carter, too. Watch Chris Carter take the bulk of the concentration. Here's the motion inside by Moss. Carter is going this way. He's going to draw the coverage here. And the safety over the top as well, and there he is underneath. And that clears. And you give Randy Moss any comfort zone like that, where he can catch the ball. You know, you've seen his athletic ability over the course of a couple of years. He's going to make something happen.
2nd and 3 for the Vikings. 10th play of the drive, Robert Smith. And looks like he's got enough for a first down. So they've got the big play wide receivers. They've got the quarterback who is showing an ability to run and throw, and then they've got the running back to pick up yardage up the middle.
And you've got a guy in an offensive coordinator, Sherm Lewis, that knows how to use all these weapons. You know, he's been around systems. He's been in San Francisco when it was Rice and Young and all the people out there. And he's been in Green Bay and all the people. And he knows how to take these guys and get them enough balls to go around to keep them all happy and make your offense effective.
Vikings wanted a good start to the game. They've gotten it so far. Smith, not much of a hole. Picked up maybe a yard. Good job by Bobby Hamilton and Teddy Bruschi. Hamilton number 91, Bruschi number 54. Combining to make the stop. Bruschi will be in on just about every snap in the game, won't he, Bill?
Well, he's that type of player. He's very versatile. You can use him on everything. You can blitz him. He's good against the run. He's good against coverage. You know, he's one of those dinosaurs. One of those guys that just never come out.
6 minutes possession already for the Vikings on the opening drive. This is the 12th play of the drive. From the 15, 2nd and 9. Culpepper, plenty of time. Turns it into a run. He beat the spy on the play and gets inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Lawyer Malloy finally took him down.
You know, one thing that the Minnesota Vikings have done more of this year than I've ever seen them before is they've got 2 tight ends in the game. And what this allows you is maximum protection. You're going to see he stays in the block, and now look at the pocket for Dante Culpepper. You know, when you have 2 great wide receivers like that, you have a young quarterback, it only makes sense to find him good protection so that he's not rattled in the pocket.
Timeout. New England.
Now the Patriots call timeout to talk things over. The Vikings have a 3rd and 2. They have controlled the ball from the opening kickoff. Back at Foxborough Stadium, Patriots after the timeout set their defense.
Well, I'll tell you, that defense is glad we had a TV timeout. When you're out on the field and they drive on you, you appreciate those timeouts.
One-time Viking Henry Thomas, number 95, is in his 200th career game. Out of the shotgun on 3rd and 2. Blitz is on. Culpepper throws, and the grab is made. The catch is made by Chris Carter. It's very close. to the first down marker. If it's short, it's going to be inches short.
You know, Howie Long talked in the pregame show about Ty Law and the matchup and how they're going to use him. It's called like a box man. And what they're going to do is they're going to man one person. And he was talking, he thought it might be Randy Moss. But what they're doing out here is they're manning Law on Chris Carter every place he goes. That was a nice close by Law on that, not allowing Carter to get the first down.
Vikings broke the huddle, but they're being sent back as the chains are brought out to spot the football at the hash mark. Inches short, actually about a foot short of the first down, and the Vikings are going to go for it on fourth down.
Well, heck, when you have in your backfield, you know, almost 500 pounds of beef, and I'm talking about a quarterback and a fullback. Your fullback is 275 pounds in Kleinsasser, and then Dante Culpepper's 260 himself.
Vikings also have 3 wide receivers in, with Hatchett split out to the left side. Kleinsasser, the lone back. Culpepper for a first down to the 5-yard line.
He's been their short yardage back in the first 3 weeks. Every time they go short yardage, you know, they had Leroy Horde, and they used to bang him down there in short yardage around the goal line. Heck, they've got a 260-pound quarterback now who now doubles as a short yardage back.
Which has lasted over 8 minutes. Second and goal from the 4 wide receivers in for the Vikings. Culpepper checking off at the line, going up and down, yelling the play. Patriots come with a blitz. Culpepper running away from it, looking, and he is thrown out of bounds.
Good defense, Teddy Bruschi. Well, flushed out of the pocket by Hamilton, the defensive end. He got upfield, and then when you get in a foot race with him, Culpepper's going to win, but it was the angle and pursuit of Bruschi. Here's the push up front by Bobby Hamilton. He's going to come free. Brewski's all the way over here. He takes the correct angle. You see him check the angle? He knows the speed of Culpepper, and he just went by angle and pursuit.
Loss of about a yard on the play. Here's third and goal at the 4-yard line. Robert Smith is back in for the Vikings. They have 3 wide receivers. John Davis tight end to the right. Smith inside, slips the tackle and goes in. Touchdown Vikings.
Henry Thomas had him in the backfield.
Robert Smith with his first touchdown of the season. The Minnesota Vikings take the opening kickoff.
Well, that's what they say about the Vikings, Sam.
They march down the field, goes 73 yards for the score.
Pick your poison. That's what they say. You know, if you bulk back up into the secondary to defend the pass, they're going to get you on the run with Smith, and they got him that time.
Gary Anderson for the extra point. It's good. The Vikings control the football for nearly 9 minutes.
There's Matt Hatchett. Watch him sell this inside and then turn back in and block. That was enough right there on Kato Sawanga to spring that corner for Robert Smith to get outside once he beat Henry Thomas.
He's got quite a workout. 17-play drive by the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, and that's not a good way to come off jet lag. Jet lag, Sam?
Yeah, Jets, they lost to the Jets. I got you.
You just want to make sure you're on your toes there. But, you know, and you talk about that short week again, and you come out there, and you get that long drive on you. But you know what they have to do and have to know is that they competed, and they shut down a lot of the runs, and they took away the big plays. There was no big plays on them, and they can still compete.
Mitch Berger to kick off into the wind. Kevin Falk and Patrick Pass are deep for the Patriots. Coming down to Falk. On the run, he takes it at the 16. Gets outside. Good return for Falk. And he's ridden down at the 39-yard line by Jim Nelson, number 56. Dante Culpepper, multi-talented. He can run with it, as he did so very well. He can throw it, and then he hands off to Robert Smith for the touchdown.
That can be ugly.
Minnesota Vikings wanted a good start to the game to take the crowd, the sellout crowd, out of it. 17 plays, 8 minutes and 54 seconds, and they did a good job. And on the bench, they're the 3 key offensive weapons.
Yeah, and Sherm Lewis over there right amongst them, too. Dante Culpepper sitting in between Moss and Carter, and you know what? Both his ears are hearing it, too.
The Patriots start from their 39-yard line. And Bledsoe checking off on the first play. Goes outside and completes to Eric Bjornsson, the tight end. A short pickup, and he's ridden out of bounds by Robert Griffin. Let's take a look at the offensive lineup. Drew Bledsoe has thrown 82 passes this season and has not been intercepted. He's played well. Joe Andruzzi, Salih Isaiah, free agent pickups, the starting guards today. Bruce Armstrong, his 199th career game. Terry Glenn, the big receiver for the Patriots. Kevin Falk, Tony Carter in the backfield. Two tight ends in. Rob Rutledge is in. And again, Bledsoe checking off at the line. Short drop, goes outside quickly, completes to Terry Glenn. He's got a first down at the Vikings 48-yard line. Let's take a look at the Vikings defense, which was outstanding against the Miami Dolphins. John Randall is the key, though he hasn't had a sack or a tackle this season. Chris Hovan out of Boston College, his first NFL start. Kylie Wong in his third season, starting at middle linebacker for the first time this year. And the deep backs, Robert Tate, Chris Dishman, just picked up a couple of weeks ago after being waived by Kansas City. Empty backfield for the Vikings on first down. Bledsoe, short to Terry Glenn. And good strength by Glenn, gets a first down. That's a solid effort by Terry Glenn.
And I think that the specialists for the Patriots offense know that the game and pretty much the season is in their hands. They've lost some weapons. They've had some trouble on the offensive line due to injuries and whatnot. And they know that Terry Glenn and Troy Brown, Eric Bjornsson, they know that they are the team. They are the game. They've got to excel in order for them to succeed.
Falk, who rushed for 82 yards Monday night against the Jets, goes out of bounds at the 33. Time for an NFL update. Let's go back to the Fox TV Center to JB.
Sam and Bill, Terry Collins coming into the game, completing over 70% of his passes, stays on target, 34 yards to Ron Dixon, 7-0 Giants in the first. John Kipnup in Seattle hands off to Ricky Waters, who finds the pay dirt 7 yards later, 7-0 Seattle. Back to Sam Rosen and the budding commercial star, Bill Moss.
Thanks, JB.
Hey, JB, Sam just broke his hand cheering for the Giants.
Easy now. Don't give away what's going on. Oh, timeout called for by Drew Bledsoe. So he's timeout a couple of times already.
Second charge, timeout.
Here he calls it timeout. Their second timeout of the first quarter. Vikings with a 7-0 lead. Did they just catch your dinner?
I hope so.
Looked like it.
I hope we can get up here at halftime.
Sam Rosen, Bill Moss at Foxborough Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Patriots' first offensive series. They have the ball at the Vikings 33. After the Vikings march down the field for the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Bledsoe under pressure, going deep. It's out there, and it's incomplete, but a flag is down. Terry Glenn interfered with by Chris Dishman. And again, a terrific effort, I thought, by Terry Glenn.
Minnesota came with the blitz. It was cover one deep, man-to-man on the outside. Watch the pickup by the guard inside here. Asali. Falk steps up in the back. He gets two here. That gives Bledsoe enough time to throw the ball deep.
Defense, number 25. That's an automatic first down.
Chris Dishman never was looking back at the ball. He got his hand.
Number 67 eligible. 67 eligible.
67 in is Jason Anderson. He's going to line up as a tight end. But that was pass interference because Dishman had his hand on Glenn and was not looking back at the ball.
First and goal from the 2-yard line. Bjornsson in motion. Kevin Falk carrying. He's got the hole. He's got the touchdown. The Patriots answer right back. After a good kickoff return by Kevin Falk, they march 61 yards to tie the game. Well, actually, they're down a point.
in a third of the time. And that's a big thing. You know, Minnesota came out and chewed up the clock, put together a drive and scored. But then New England came out and hit some big plays, some wide open receivers, and then they got the pass interference down on the goal line on the 1-on-1 on Dishman.
Doesn't Bledsoe look extremely confident to you back there?
He looks mature. I can tell you that. He's looked that way the first 2 weeks.
Vinatieri's extra point. Now the game is tied. 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Good answer by the Patriots.
Here's Eddie McDaniel off the corner. This is that blitz. He's got a chance on Falk. Doesn't get the wrap up there. The block up front took care of it.
Taking you down the wire in the pennant races. We'll have the Tigers and the Yankees, Cardinals and the Cubs. Also, two AL West contenders, Jason Giambi and the A's battle Alex Rodriguez and the Mariners in a pivotal series for first place, plus other regional action. Fox Saturday baseball this week. The action starts 12:30 Eastern. Check your local listings.
Take a look at Robert Griffith here on the goal line. Now, this motion by Jorgensen is going to be enough to get Robert Griffith up into the mixture of things. He gets up in here, and then he's going to get caught. And now he tries to get back over the pile, and it's not enough there. He's the backer in that situation to help clean up. In Emmett Thomas's defensive scheme, the strong safety is the guy that all run plays are channeled to. Griffith got tapped to motion and got caught.
First rushing touchdown for the Patriots this season. Vinatieri with a line drive kick over the head of Tyrone Carter through the end zone for a touchback. Vinatieri with a wind at his back, getting good distance, and the Vikings will have their second possession from the 20-yard line. There's Chris Dishman, who was picked up after he was released by Kansas City late in training camp.
And he's relatively new to the whole scheme and everything, and what they have him doing is playing a lot of man-to-man coverage. Because it's easier when you come in and don't know a system, don't know the zones, don't know how to work with everybody, to play man-to-man. You know, just grab a guy and go cover him. That time it didn't pan out well for him.
Robert Smith carries on first down, and the Patriots are right there. Brandon Mitchell, number 98. Good work inside by the fourth-year defensive tackle.
And take a look at the last three defensive series going back into the Jets game, and you can see the yards they've given up. That's a ton, and a lot of them have been on those big pass plays.
Vikings go with two tight ends, two wide receivers. Robert Smith, the lone setback. Off the play fake. Culpepper drops it off to the tight end, Johnny McWilliams. McWilliams taken down up at the 28-yard line by Otis Smith.
One of the things Dante Culpepper talks about is, you know, I'm just going to take what they give me. I'm going to take what they give me. Well, here you get Carter down here, you get Moss down here, and so what's going to be given to you? The underneath right here, and that's where the tight end settles in. See the defensive backs all over here with Carter and Moss. Look underneath, and that's taking what the defense gives you. You talk to a man on the coaching staff about Dante Culpepper, they say he is one of the smartest quarterbacks that they've ever been in Minnesota.
3rd and 2 for the Vikings.
Given some of them, that's not that far of a reach.
Culpepper looking to run, and he's got the first down. And this time he goes to the ground. Usually you see him look to pick up extra yardage and take a hit. But here, once he knew he had the first down, went to the ground. Smart play.
Well, yeah, it is. And that's actually what he's taught. They say get what you can and get out of bounds, or get what you can and slide. And he's first to say, although he's 260 pounds, look at the size of his thighs. He's a big weight room guy. He loved lifting weights and squatting all through high school and college. I mean, he's a big-time threat when he gets out into the open field, let alone his speed.
He's carried 5 times. He's picked up 3 first downs. Robert Smith fighting for some extra yardage. Got about 4 or 5 on the play.
You know, the Patriots defense is really being physical against the run. Now, they've struggled a little bit in some of the pass, but they are attacking the line of scrimmage. Watch Ted Johnson fill this trap play. Corbin Lucina pulls, and watch Teddy Johnson stuff that thing hole. That linebacker play in the NFL. You're talking about guys in the middle, big pluggers, big stickers that are going to come. You know, you're 245, 250 pounds. You got to come up and take on a 300-pounder. You've got to be aggressive.
And coming back from a bad injury, the torn bicep. Culpepper being blitzed from the outside. Throws for Carter. What a grab. Flag goes down. He tossed it back to Randy Moss, who goes out of bounds.
They blitzed Ty Law from the far sideline as he's lined up on Moss. There's a flag on the field. Now, Carter has been called for offensive pass interference last week. There's the blitz. Now watch outside here. Lawyer Malloy, see if there's a push-off.
They called it on Malloy. Yeah. Look at Carter. Little lateral back.
He is an amazing player, an amazing person.
Pass interference, defense, number 36. The penalty is declined. The pass was complete for a first down.
27-yard pickup. Chris Carter's second catch of the day. He's closing in on numbers 3 and 2 all time. Art Monk and Andre Reed. He could pass them today with 7 catches total. Robert Smith on first down. Couple of yards on the pickup by Robert Smith with just under a minute to go in the first quarter.
We were talking about Culpepper and his smartness, his awareness of on-the-field play. That was the hot route. And he saw Ty Law coming from the opposite side of the field on a long blitz to him, and he says right away he knew, I have Carter downfield one-on-one. I'm going to take my chances. He's either going to grab it or I'm going to get pass interference. That's awareness of a young quarterback, and that's what all the coaches point to.
4 wide receivers in. The handoff goes inside. JB's got an update on the Saints and Seattle. Take it away, JB.
And the update includes Jeff Blake drilling a laser shot to Keith Poole, 49 yards to pay dirt, 8 plays, 80 yards capped up with that. It's all tied at 7. Sam Raven, Sam Rose, Sam, I was trying to say Bill gave me a cell telephone, and I'm all excited about it. Back to you guys.
He hasn't given me one yet, JB. We've come to the end of the first quarter. And it's been good so far. The Vikings with a great offensive series to start the game. Patriots answer back to tie it. And we've come to the end of the first quarter. Minnesota Vikings, New England Patriots tied at 7. Back to Foxborough. Glad you're with us for the NFL on Fox. Vikings and Patriots tied at 7 as we start the second quarter. Vikings have to get to the 26 for a first down. 4 wide receivers in for Minnesota. Mo Williams comes out of the backfield. Culpepper lets it go to Chris Walsh. And he's got a first down at the 25-yard line. Antonio Langham takes him down. First quarter statistics, dominated. Look at that number, 13:09 to 1:51 time of possession.
And it's 7-7, and you would think it would take the opposite effect. You'd think that the Minnesota Vikings would be the ones that would take a minute 51 to score a touchdown, and the Patriots would have to formulate a drive.
Vikings capped off a 73-yard drive, 5 with a short touchdown run by Robert Smith. And then the Patriots capped off their drive. Kevin Falk with a 2-yard touchdown run. The big play, 31-yard pass interference by Chris Dishman. Robert Smith on first down. It's down close to the 20-yard line. Lawyer Malloy, number 36, made the stop.
You know, and one thing talking to Sherm Lewis that he talked about, he says that I asked him, where are you better than you were in Green Bay? He said, we can run the ball better. We're better up front. And I said, even with the changes? He said, yeah. And Matt Burke has really been an improvement. I mean, that Christie was an all-pro, but this guy just steps right in and is taken over. He used to room with Christie. Christie taught him. He taught him all the calls. He told him what to look for, how to be a center and get everybody on the same page. He's picked up just where Christie has left off.
On second down out of the shotgun. Everybody out. Culpepper gets time. Nobody open. Now he goes and throws it away. Moss with 3 defenders around him, closest to the ball, but Culpepper saw no one open and threw it away.
Yeah, he had 2 initially.
Third down.
He had 2 initially. Otis Smith and then Antonio Langham over the top, and as he got deeper into the secondary, he picked up Lawyer Malloy downfield.
Only the second incompletion of the game for Dante Culpepper, 7 for 9, and he's hit 5 different receivers.
Yeah, and that's where I think that he's been impressive. They're working on his progression. He's seen Moss taken away with the double coverage. He's seen Ty Law doing a good job on Carter, and he's found the other receivers.
Minnesota.
And he wants to talk things over with the coaches, so he calls an early second quarter timeout. Back in Foxborough, third down play coming up. Randy Moss, this season in the red zone. 2 catches, the red zone being inside the 20-yard line.
You know what, the Patriots have done a good job thus far of taking him out of the picture. And I think if I were going to defend Minnesota, that's what I would try to do early, too, because he gets frustrated. If he doesn't get the ball and people are jamming him and he's getting double coverage, he gets upset and he gets out of his game. His mind starts being occupied with all the other things and getting mad. And the Patriots have done that thus far. He's only had 1 catch, and that was the clearing route by Carter and Moss underneath for 7.
Vikings have to get to the 14-yard line for a first down. From the 21-yard line, blitz is coming. Picked up, Culpepper throws and completes. At the 14 to Chris Carter for a first down. 4th catch of the game for Chris Carter.
Well, Chris Carter knows right where the sticks are at, and I'm going to show you how he does this. He's working right here on the slot. Now watch, he gets deep enough, and then he turns back. So he's got to take Ty Law deep enough so that when he comes back towards the sticks, he's gaining separation from Law.
Second first down picked up by Chris Carter today.
He's a unique guy. I'll tell you, he has as much to do with the offense and play calling as the offensive coordinator for this team.
Play is blown dead.
Timeout. Defense. Third and final.
The Patriots have used their third timeout.
You know, we're going back to Chris Carter and what he does. You know, he's involved during the week of play calls. He studies film. He sees defenses. He puts in routes during the week that he feels are going to work. He changes routes and things during the game, which he does last week. It's absolutely amazing how much input he has to the entire package.
When you get on your knees and say your prayer tonight, pray. Pray you can play as long as me.
Yeah, everybody would like to play as long as him. This is his 14th season. His catches are simply amazing. One of the all-time greats. And last year, caught 90 passes. And that was the best year of any player in their 13th year.
And it's all about work. He was in the pregame today, and that's what he works on. He works on catching the balls on the sideline. He works on his one-handed catches. It's a constant ritual with him. It's something he does all the time. Tireless worker.
And today is his 115th consecutive start, 200th career game. Play fake by Culpepper. Running. With room, he gets down to about the 6-yard line. Willie McGinnis tripped him up. Again, another fine run by Culpepper. So no matter what the Patriots do and what scheme they bring to cover those outstanding receivers, they've got to somehow find a way to account for Culpepper.
Well, they tried to. You know, the Patriots have worked a lot of mirror package and spy package into their plan. That time, though, it was just a bootleg. The guard pulled out in front of him, and there was enough things around him and the coverage downfield that he saw the gap and just took it.
30th play of the game for the Vikings. On second down from the 6. The fullback, Feinsasser, 275 pounds, pulls his way across the 5-yard line.
That's not fair. No, I'm being dead serious. It's not fair. You have a 260-pound quarterback. You have a 275-pound fullback. And heck, I'll give you a comparison, Sam. When my first year in the league playing nose tackle, I played at 260. That's the weight that Dante Culpepper's at right now. That's how much the league has changed and evolved. The entire offensive line, all those guys up there from Minnesota are well over 300 pounds.
Another first down for the Vikings. It's 1st and goal from the 4. The Patriots defense has not been able to stop the opposition in the red zone from scoring a touchdown this season. Opposition 6 for 6. 14th play of this drive for Minnesota.
Quarterback draw. I knew it as soon as I saw them take the
But they may bring it back. They bring it back.
They
Flag on the play.
Holding on this. As soon as I saw the motion of Robert Smith out of the backfield, that took the linebacker out, Brewski. And that's when you take that's taking a man out of the box. Now, it was a good call. It was a good play by Culpepper, but they're going to get called for offensive holding.
Holding. Offense. Number 63. 10-yard penalty remains. First down.
Now that's Corbin Lucina. Corbin Lucina has been battling a bad knee. He had a strained medial collateral 2 weeks ago. And you see his arms outside right there? That's what does it. When they get outside the framework and they don't fight to get back inside, that's when that flag is going to come out.
So the ball back to the 14-yard line. First and goal for the Vikings.
A lot of times you're battling those knee injuries and you try to win any way you can.
They'll rotate him with Brad Badger in the game. Smith straight ahead, still pushing down to the 10-yard line. Brings up a second and goal. The Vikings have dominated time of possession in this game.
Badger just checked in for Lucina.
And you see the rotation we talked about.
And 3 wide receivers. Chris Walsh checked in. 4 wide. Matthew Hatchett.
The Patriots go with 6 defensive backs out of the shotgun. Culpepper throwing, and a flag goes down. It was Carter against Law, and let's see what the call is. It's a holding call. And that's going to be an automatic first down for Minnesota.
Well, you know what the thing is? Dante Culpepper is throwing the ball to the right people. That was a blitz again. When we saw the blitz, he went to man-to-man coverage. He looked for Carter, manned up on Ty Law,
holding,
took a shot.
Defense, number 31. This is a 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
They call it on Kato Sawanga.
You saw the snap go right through Culpepper's hands. That's because he saw the blitz coming. Here's Cato. He's got his hands. He's running down the field with his hands all over Matthew Hatchett. 5 yards. That's it.
So each team taking penalties back to the 5-yard line. First and goal, Minnesota.
Culpepper didn't see the ball coming. He was looking at that blitz. You got to protect yourself sometimes.
Robert Smith, the lone setback. To the corner, and it's knocked down, and a flag on the play. It was Law against Carter again.
And those two have been battling. I mean, their hands were both all over each other.
Chris Carter says it's against Ty Law, and it is. Fans don't like it.
Pass interference, defense, number 24. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball is placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
24, Ty Law.
The contact with the ball in the air.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, you can see what Coach Bill Belichick feels about that one. So now it's first and goal for the Vikings at the Patriots 1-yard line. Robert Smith over the top. Did he break the plane? No, he did not. Just short. And the Vikings, I think, Bill, are just content to keep grinding it out and trying to wear down this Patriots defense.
And they're holding up pretty good inside. You know, a man-child inside that's playing tough and hard. He has been playing tough is 90 Chad. He gets down low in there, and he gets that push. See that push he gets back in there? That pushes the center back into the backfield, and that's what clogged that whole thing up. And that was Eaton down low, churning up the side.
2 tight ends in. Carter in motion. The play fake, Culpepper to throw, wide open, Johnny McWilliams. Touchdown, Vikings.
That's what you call broken coverage.
Second touchdown pass of Dante Culpepper's career. And once again, total control by the Minnesota Vikings. 16-play drive.
They're using
the
other
first
people.
one was a 17-play drive.
And when you take away their threats, their weapons, they're using the other people. That's great adjustment.
Gary Anderson puts it right through. 9:53 remaining in the first half. The Vikings have had the ball twice and 2 long sustained drives for touchdowns. The play fake, and Culpepper finds Johnny McWilliams for the touchdown. Welcome back to Foxborough. Checking the scoreboard today. Atlanta beats Carolina 15-10. Green Bay late field goal beats Philadelphia 6-3. Tampa Bay now 3-0, winning in Detroit 31-10. St. Louis 3-0, another high-scoring affair as they beat San Francisco. The Jets are 3-0 after beating Buffalo 27-14. Jacksonville shuts out Cincinnati. Jacksonville now 2-1, and Cleveland is 2-1 after beating Pittsburgh 23-20. 2 in a row for the Browns. Here in Foxborough, on the road, playing on the grass for first time this season, Minnesota Vikings look pretty darn good.
And they're chewing up the clock.
Man.
And now, this is the second time the ball is blown off the tee. There's a pretty good wind out there blowing. So when it blows off the tee on the kickoff twice, you have to bring in a hold for the kickoff.
Vikings have had 33 plays to just 5 for the Patriots.
This is only be the Patriots' second possession of the game.
Kenny Wright is holding the ball for Mitch Berger with the wind at his back. Good kick by Berger, coming down to Kevin Falk, 1 yard deep. Falk finds an opening. Nice return. And he's brought down across the 30 at the 32. Falk has done a good job returning kicks for the Patriots. 33-yard return for number 33. Next week on Fox NFL Sunday, Terry, Howie, JB, and Chris start it all off with the best pregame show there is. And then Jamal Anderson and the Atlanta Falcons take on Kurt Warner and the St. Louis Rams. Other games. It's all right here. Fox starting at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And looks like the Vikings may have jumped.
Howie Long had to leave a little early today. Had to leave the pregame show.
False start, offense number 63.
He's up in Oakland right now.
First down.
Getting inducted into their Ring of Fame up there.
Congratulations to Howie. Yeah. Penalty called against the Patriots for a false start. Sets them back to the 27-yard line. Joe Andruzzi was the man who moved. Seeing his first action since being signed by the Patriots after being cut by the Packers late in training camp. Bledsoe drops it off to Troy Brown up to the 30-yard line. Excuse me, Terry Glenn.
It's okay.
My apologies.
The shade's down there now. They shaded his number.
Third catch.
You know, look, he's got a visor on. See that visor he wears on his helmet? Not too often you see. I don't know of any other receiver I see wear a visor. Sometimes the linemen do. You know, you get poked in the eye and they're playing in the line. But I think he's the first receiver I've ever seen wear that thing.
2 running backs are split out. Empty backfield for the Patriots. Bledsoe over the middle, completes this time to Troy Brown. His 8th year in the league, his first year as a starting wide receiver. Been known as an excellent return man.
John Randall getting some pressure that time. You know, most of the time they slide the line back to him. Here he is in it over. He's playing over Asali. See the spin move? He gets the one-on-one block. And anytime you get one-on-one on Randall, he's going to get you. He's going to get some kind of pressure.
Patriots have to get to the 42 for a first down. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Quick outside drop by Troy Brown. Chris Dishman was there. Brown never tucked it away. And the Patriots go 3 and out.
I think that's another area. You know, I think this team misses Sean Jefferson. That was a big loss for him. You know, Troy Brown is a quality guy. He's been a heck of a punt returner and kickoff returner for years. He's always been the backup receiver. He's never been the starting guy, and normally there's a reason for that.
Lee Johnson, the punt for New England. Back deep is David Palmer for the Vikings. The left-footed kicker gets it away. It's low into the wind. It's grabbed short by Chris Walsh, and Walsh runs out of bounds up near midfield. Kicking into the wind, Walsh with an alert play and a 26-yard return. The Vikings in excellent field position. It was a 26-yard punt and an 11-yard return, net 15.
Bill Belichick can't be real happy about that. And he can't be real happy with the fact that his defense has got to be on the field again. Now, what he's done defensively is moving his players around, bringing in Otis Smith to play corner, and then moving Antonio Langen back to free safety and rolling coverage to Moss and singling up on Ty Law and Chris Carter has worked to take those two guys away. But what hasn't worked is I think he underestimated Dante Culpepper. I don't think he thought that Dante Culpepper would have the time and patience to find the third receiver.
Patience is the key, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, and he's had time to do it. The offensive line is giving him time. The pass rush isn't getting there. And Culpepper has found the tight end, the back out of the backfield, Chris Walsh, Matthew Hatchett. They're the third receiver.
Vikings start from their 47, go two tight ends. Culpepper dropped the snap. The drive, they dive for the ball, the scramble. Now who's got it at the bottom of the pile? Minnesota recovers. Culpepper got it back. Culpepper has fumbled. That's the 6th fumble for Culpepper, but he's recovered most of them.
You know, a lot of it is, too, he gets anxious. And he'll be the first to tell you. When he sees things or he sees a blitz come in or he gets jittery behind and his mind's working real fast and his hands, he's not getting the ball. See him pulled out before the ball got there.
And this is the first year that Matt Burke has ever played center. He was a tackle in college.
That's right. These guys got together early in February. As soon as the season was over in February, they got together. That's all they worked on with this snap.
Play fake. Culpepper drops it off to Robert Smith. Slipped one tackle, gets down to the Patriots' 42-yard line. And it looks like he may have enough for a first down. Chris Slade made the tackle.
And Culpepper, in the first couple games, he hasn't thrown in the middle all that much. And he hasn't had much success there. As you can see, 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions at the bottom. But what he's doing is he's learning the progression. And Moss is out of the picture. He's getting doubled. Carter sometimes is matched up tight. So he's looking for his other receiver. It's working today.
12-yard pickup, a first down for the Vikings. Smith carrying on first down. A flag comes flying in. It's going to be a holding call against the Vikings.
Right up in the middle there.
4th penalty of the game for Minnesota.
Offense, number 78.
Well, it doesn't get any more middle than that.
That's first down. Matt Burke, the center we talked about.
And, Matt Burke, this is the first time that he's had a body over him, too. Now, remember I talked about the 34 and the 43. The 34 defense, he's got Chad Eaton or Henry Thomas lined up right over his face. So that's new for him, having somebody that close nose to nose with him and having to snap the ball, too.
That time it's Henry Thomas who's lined up again. Sets the Vikings back to their own 48-yard line. Smith again on first down. Falls forward to the Patriots' 48-yard line. Vikings being very conservative.
Well, that's one thing they're doing is they sit back and they open up and they come out in a 2 tight end set early in the game and they want to watch what you're going to do to them defensively. I was talking to Sherm Lewis this week. He said, I want to see what they're going to do because in essence, they know what they have. They know what they can do with their weapons outside. But ultimately, it comes down to they don't want to turn the ball over with a young quarterback.
Now, is Randy Moss going to get bored because they're not throwing to him?
He already is.
On second down, they have to get to the 32-yard line for a first. Culpepper gets time. Chris Carter's 5th catch of the game. And he is forced out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Ty Law pushed him out.
Here's Moss. He's going to go deep. And then here's Carter just setting up Ty Law. Just getting enough of a little separation to come back. What's that, his 5th catch today?
Yes.
Hey, 2 more, and he's got the record. Right now, he's tied. Art Monkey needs 1 more to pass Andre Reed. Tie Andre Reed, and 2 more to pass it for 2nd place all time.
5 catches, 52 yards. Carter caught 9 passes last week. There's Randy Moss, the forgotten man. They've got to get to the 32 for a first down. It's a big play for the Patriots. defensively. Rushes on. Culpepper goes deep. And the completion of Matthew Hatchett, who walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Katosa Wanga got caught up in some footsteps and went down.
39-yard touchdown pass. Culpepper to Hatchett, and the Vikings with their third touchdown of the first half.
That's the other receivers that Culpepper is finding.
Matthew Hatchett, his first reception of the season. And a touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings. Gary Anderson's extra point is good. The crowd has been quieted by the visiting Vikings, who have had the ball 3 times and scored 3 touchdowns.
Had it for 3 minutes.
Oh, short time this time. Matthew Hatchett stepped in front of Serwanga and walked into the end zone.
Following providers of
A special performance by a second-year quarterback. First year as a player, actually.
Yeah, here's Moss. He's going to draw that safety. Here's Carter. He's going to come, and then Lawyer Malloy's going to jump Carter inside here. That leaves one-on-one up top, and the quarterback, finds him. That's beautiful. He looks, then bang. He takes the one-on-one down the field.
Nice adjustment by Hatchett.
And what a throw.
All Minnesota. They've had the ball for 38 plays to only 8 for New England. 21-20. Time of possession, 21 minutes, 20 seconds to only 3 minutes, 22 for the Patriots.
Culpepper, I believe, he's convinced me thoroughly. He's something special.
And this is on the road. Yep. First time he started a game on the road.
I'm talking about what he's seen on the field and making the decisions he's making on the field under fire. Oh, I lied. Bodies are flying around all over the place. There's quarterbacks that play a long time in this league that never figure out what he's already figured out.
Mitch Berger to kick off. Line drive kick bounces out of bounds, and the Patriots will get the ball at the 40-yard line.
Free kick, out of bounds. By rule, the ball will be put in play at the 40-yard line. First down.
Berger upset with that kickoff. And the Patriots will get a good field position to start this offensive series. Well, these young quarterbacks are stepping up. All drafted last year, 5 of them in the first round. Sean King won again today in Detroit, in a tough place to play.
And the Browns pulled one off.
That's right. Couch with another win.
What I like King, I like Culpepper, I like Couch because they're comfortable dropping back in the pocket.
Draw play. Kevin Falk bounces it outside, gets up to about the 48-yard line. Nice run by Kevin Falk. Patriots did something interesting today, Bill. They put down J.R. Redmond as inactive, a guy that they had drafted in the 3rd round, and they signed Patrick Pass off their practice squad, a 7th-round draft pick.
That tells you one thing, that he doesn't know what he's doing yet. When you make a move like that, you're not happy with the way the guy's performing. J.R. Redmond didn't know his pass protection plays. It cost him some things. He didn't know his running plays. He didn't know where to line up and be all the time, and that's why they made the move.
There's Falk. Gets a first down. Fighting for more yardage. He's finally put down. Initially hit by Kylie Wong, and then Robert Tate brought him down.
No, the linebackers for Minnesota are all new positions for all the guys. Kylie Wong is back in the middle. He was playing outside weak side backer last year, and they moved Eddie McDaniel out there to the weak side, and Kylie Wong back in the middle. This guy's gone from defensive end in college to outside linebackers first, and now he's right in the middle of things.
From the Vikings 47, Falk right up the middle. Big gainer down to the 31-yard line. Good hole opened up by the offensive line.
A pretty good call on the offense because they felt the blitz coming. Here's Wong. He's coming on a run blitz right up inside here. Now there's nobody else in the middle of the field when he blitzes, and there's your seam.
Pickup of 17 by Kevin Falk.
That's one thing that Emmett Thomas's defense has been doing, has been blitzing a lot this year.
Falk carries again, breaks a couple of tackles, wrestled down at the 17. The crowd reacts and responds to the outstanding running of Kevin Falk. Wayne Rudd finally brought him down. But Falk at 5'8", 200, showing some good strength.
Yeah, and impressive too. You know, he as well has been under a lot of scrutiny as far as his running ability here in New England thus far, and also his pass protection for Drew Bledsoe. And I'm sure there's been a lot of pressure put on the running back as a group to perform.
Empty backfield for the Patriots from the Vikings 17. Bledsoe throwing for Brown. He juggles and drops it.
That ball was thrown beautifully. That thing was right on the money.
There's a flag on the play.
And there's Drew's expression on it, too. You know, I put the ball there. We've got to make something happen.
It's against the Patriots.
Holding offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
Saleh Isaiah starting at right guard with Max Lane out injured with a broken thumb. Isaiah is called for holding. Ball set back to the 27-yard line.
I bet he had John Randall.
Be a good bet. 1st and 20 for the Patriots. Have Tony Carter and Chris Floyd in the backfield. Bledsoe. Diving attempt, but it's incomplete. Great effort by Terry Glenn, but just couldn't hang on. Chris Dishman covering on the play.
Boy, Drew Bledsoe is putting the ball right on the money. Look at this.
Oh, almost. So close. Did not have possession. Never had possession coming across.
Now, if it had hit the ground and stayed in his hands and in his helmet right there, in his chest area, that would have been a catch. That's the new rule this year, the Bert Emanuel rule.
Patrick Pass, the lone setback. 7th-round draft pick out of Georgia. His first NFL carry. And he's taken down by John Burrow after a short pickup. Kind of a surprising call. A lot of great running backs have come out of Georgia. Pass was a 7th-round pick. Gets a yard on the play. 3rd and long for the Patriots.
You mentioned the call and the draw on that. You heard the boos, and what they're doing is they're playing a guessing game with the offense. They're playing a guessing game on what's going to happen. Minnesota's been blitzing in that situation. They expected to blitz. They thought they could try to gash them like they did before with the ball.
Patriots practiced in the red zone all week, extra time on trying to get guys open, trying to put the ball in the end zone. They've only done it 2 times this season in 8 possessions. One was earlier today on the short run by Kevin Falk.
You know, a lot of it, too, has to do with Ben Coates. You know, they say they don't miss him, and they say he wasn't the player he was, but that guy was as effective in the red zone as anybody that's ever played. When they got inside the 20, he was a weapon.
Patriots are out of timeouts. 2 minutes remaining. They have to get to the 7-yard line for a first down. Empty backfield. 2 tight ends are split out. Running back split out to the left side. Bledsoe. And the ball is incomplete. Thrown low to Terry Glenn. Well, you talked about Ben Coates. He was a fixture here for 9 seasons. Caught 50 touchdown passes.
41 of them were in the red zone. When you're inside the 20, 41 of his 50 career touchdowns here were in the red zone. So you want to talk red zone problems with the Patriots? I don't think you have to look much further than that.
Signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Vinatieri, 44-yard field goal try. No good. Hooked it into the wind.
That was the kick into the wind. That side of the field is where the wind's blowing right into his face.
So the Patriots do not answer back. late in the first half. It's still 21-7. Lee Johnson is the holder. Had trouble with it.
Yeah. And that messes up the timing of the kicker. Because the kicker sees that. Now, you're supposed to follow through with your motion and just know that the ball's going to be there. But he sees that bobbling, and he's going to short step it as he's coming up to that swing.
See everybody looking. Vikings like that it hooks left.
Lee Johnson,
no good.
Shanked a punt. Another 15-yard net on a punt, and then on that hold.
Vikings still have 2 timeouts and have time as they go from the 34-yard line with a big lead. Robert Smith, not much, maybe a yard on the pickup. Lawyer Malloy made the tackle.
That defense for the Patriots has been out there a long time today.
Yes, it has.
You know, and when you got to run around that much, it's not the heat that's a factor. It's the speed of the receivers that's going to get you in the end.
Culpepper on second down, nobody open, looks the other side, gets away from Bruschi, and gets out of bounds up near the 40-yard line.
You know, that's frustrating. You know, Teddy Bruschi was the mirror man on that play, the spy guy. You know, you bring in a spy guy for the quarterback because he's a threat. So you have your spy guy, and he's going to take care of him no matter where he goes on the field. Well, a lot of times it doesn't matter. Here, see Teddy? He's going to come up. See, watch him just spy. He's just lurking right there, waiting for Culpepper. Now he's going to go and get him. No, he's not. I can remember doing it with John Elway. We always had a spy guy for Elway. It was just a wasted player because we could never get him.
8 carries, 51 yards for Dante Culpepper, leading rusher of the game. On third down, he throws. Incomplete, intended for Randy Moss. So the first time the Patriots defense has held the Vikings. And this was the Vikings' 4th possession of the first half.
You know, I think the Vikes were just kind of happy with their lead, hoping they could just run that thing down, and probably expecting to get a first down, chew up the clock, and then get in it for halftime.
Outstanding punt returner Troy Brown is deep for the Patriots, standing at his own 10. Mitch Berger. Flags go down. Berger gets it away, and they blow the play dead. Let's check out the flag here.
If that's going to be offsides on the Patriots, that's going to be enough for a first down.
Brad Seeley, the special teams coach of the Patriots.
Brad Seeley's been around. He's been with the Colts and the Jets down in Carolina when they had their AFC Championship run into the game up there.
Prior to the snap, false start from the center, illegal snap. 5-yard penalty remains, 4th down.
Mitch Palmer is the long snapper. Came over from Tampa Bay after a couple of seasons there, and has taken over with the Vikings as the long snapper. So they're set back to the 35-yard line. Berger gets it away. Brown at the 17. Was hit and brought down at the 30. A little over a minute remaining in the first half. Patriots out of timeouts. For the Vikings, long drives. Robert Smith, 4-yard touchdown run. Culpepper finding Johnny McWilliams for the touchdown. And then another touchdown completion to Matthew Hatchett.
Some unassuming people. You know, you think the Minnesota Vikings, you got to, stop Carter and Moss. And, Matthew Hatchett gets one. And then when your tight end gets one in the flat in the end zone. And you expect the running back to get his yards, but the big plays, you're thinking big plays. You go into the week thinking we've got to eliminate that stuff, and then the other guys start making plays. That's when you know your offense is starting to get a rhythm, starting to gel.
Patriots send everybody out. Bledsoe swings it outside to Terry Glenn, and he's out of bounds up the 35-yard line. Picked up 5 on the play. 4th reception of the game for Glenn. No huddle for the Patriots, who are out of timeouts. Just under a minute remaining in the first half. Patriots would like to get something before heading for the locker room. Bledsoe gets time, goes over the middle of Kevin Falk. Brought down, short of a first down. Ed McDaniel made the tackle.
Now this sure hurts. Remember those 2 timeouts they burnt in the first quarter?
Clock running. The quarterback sneak by Bledsoe for a first down.
Line up and spike this thing.
That's what he's saying. Motioning. Gets everybody set. And no, fakes the spike. Now he throws it away. Referee taking a look.
No,
that called for an intentional grounding.
Now, that if he comes back more than 1 step out of center and doesn't throw the ball into the ground, if he stands in that pocket under pressure and throws the ball outside like that to the line of scrimmage, that's intentional grounding.
That was close.
Unless one of the players batted his arm to stop that thing short. If he was just throwing it to the line of scrimmage, that would be intentional grounding. Because once you take more than 1 step back out of that and not spike it, it's a pass.
Second down. Bledsoe rolling, pressured, throws it away. And that is not intentional grounding because he was outside the pocket and got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Did he get it to the line of scrimmage?
I thought so. Bryce Pop with the pressure. Still got a ways to go for Adam Vinatieri.
I don't think he got it to the line of scrimmage.
No?
No.
The officials giving him the benefit of the doubt. 3rd and 10 with time running out in the first half. Bledsoe gets time over the middle to Troy Brown. Brown couldn't get to the sideline, and that will do it for the first half. Patriots can't stop the clock. Bledsoe wants to spike it, but we'll run out of time. That's the first half, and you can hear the fan reaction.
3 passes in the middle of the field, a run, a quarterback sneak. Not very good use of the clock by the Patriots at the end of the game. They could have thrown the ball outside more. They could have stopped the clock. And then the wasted timeouts in the first quarter.
Well, coming up is the Visa halftime report with JB, Terry, and Chris. Right now, Butch Stearns on the sideline with Vikings coach Denny Green.
Denny, you got to be happy with the first half and with the fact that your quarterback's able to distribute the ball when they're taking away the deep stuff.
That's really the key thing. I mean, they're playing a lot of double coverage, and so we're running the ball real patient, not getting a lot of yardage on the run. And Robert Smith has not popped one, which we hope we're doing the second half. He's so good at it. But Dante's doing a great job of moving the ball around. We got a couple big plays. Hopefully we can get started good in the third quarter.
And they haven't been able to stop him when he tucks the ball and decides to run it either.
Well, you can't cover everybody. That's the whole idea. And then we're just trying to get the ball around. We got to make some improvement on defense. So that's what we got to do in the third quarter.
All right, Denny, thanks.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys, Sam.
All right,
Bill.
Thanks very much, Butch. Coming up, the Visa halftime report. Scores and highlights from around the league. JB, Terry, and Chris. Howie's up in Oakland to get his Hall of Fame ring. But here at halftime, the Minnesota Vikings dominating play in the first half, dominating time of possession, number of plays, and 2 touchdown passes thrown by Dante Culpepper, who's run for over 50 yards, and they've looked like a solid offensive team.
And the key's been Dante Culpepper, Sam. It really has, because he sat in the pocket, he's had patience, he's read through his progressions. When he hasn't seen his big play weapons outside, he's checked down and gotten the ball to the other guys. That's key, and that's a big step in the maturation process of this guy becoming a big-time NFL quarterback.
Minnesota Vikings have a bye next week. In games prior to the bye week, Denny Green's teams are 8-1. He gets them ready, gets them to understand what's ahead, and coming out of the bye week, they're 8-1. So the Vikings looking to hold on to this lead and try to go 3-0 on the season.
Yeah, and when they come back, they have a tough stretch too. I mean, when they come back, they get Detroit. Yes. They have to get ready for in Detroit, Tampa Bay, and Chicago. You know, they start that NFC Central run, and you know how those guys knock each other off all the time.
For the Patriots, they need something to turn this game around. Down 21-7. Look at the first half numbers. Most of the rushing yards belong to Dante Culpepper and Robert Smith. Passing 131 yards to 57. The total yards dominated by the Vikings, and on the scoreboard they lead it 21-7. The halftime report is Welcome back to Foxborough Stadium. Sam Rosen along with Bill Moss. Minnesota Vikings leading the New England Patriots 21-7. And the Vikings doing a great job of controlling everything.
As if they wanted to. You know, you would think it would be the other way around. That the Patriots would want to control the offense, control the game, and keep Minnesota's offense on the field. I think the Minnesota said, hey, the Patriots are pretty good. Drew Bledsoe can throw the ball. Let's keep them on the sideline. Let's run the ball and chew up the clock. We don't want to keep our defense out there. Their defense is small. They're vulnerable at times. They got two young corners out there. Well, one young corner and an old guy that just got there to the team. They're protecting them.
Now, we talked about what the Patriots would have to do to stop the Vikings. What adjustments can they make in the second half, you think?
Well, first of all, they've got to come out and put together a drive. They need to sustain a drive, get in the rhythm, take a little wind out of Minnesota's defense. Because they're playing with a lead now, and it's easy playing defense when you're playing with a lead.
Berger kicking off. Shockmain Davis on the return. The speedy wide receiver goes to the outside, and Kenny Wright pulls him out of bounds up at the 35-yard line. The rookie from Angelo State, Shockmain Davis.
Shockman. That's a great name, isn't it?
I love it. I love it.
That's a heck of a football name. He looks like he's got a little shock in him right now. Look at that look on his face. He's in shock. Welcome to the NFL, Shockmain.
32-yard return. Patriots start from the 35-yard line with Falk and Carter in the backfield. And now everybody's out of the backfield.
Nobody in the backfield.
Bledsoe. Complete to the tight end, Eric Bjornsson. Griffith hit him first, and then he's brought down at the 45, but he's got enough for a first down. Former Dallas Cowboy, Eric Bjornsson. Trying to take over the role that Ben Coates held for 9 seasons.
Bjornsson. Sounds like he should be a Viking. Doesn't it?
Not today.
He's no Viking. Nice fake. Nice fake.
Falk goes out of bounds. Up at the 47.
Eddie McDaniel is outside. You know, that's that fake inside handoff to the fullback and the flip outside as your linebackers pursue. You try to do that to a fast defense. But Eddie McDaniel didn't bite on it at all. He stayed outside. Was right there to close on it.
Leading tackler the last 3 seasons for the Vikings, Eddie McDaniel. 2nd and 8 for the Patriots at the 47-yard line.
He saw the blitz. He saw Eddie McDaniel come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Drew checked out of it.
Short drop. And throwing for Terry Glenn. Couldn't hang on as he was stumbling backwards out of bounds. Dropped the football.
You know, Eddie McDaniel was cheating up there around the line of scrimmage, and that forced Drew to go to an audible. But Eddie, you know, they moved him back to the weak side linebacker, a position where he can make a lot of plays. And one of the things is because of his height. He's very active, but in the middle of the defense, a lot of times he had trouble seeing what was going on in the backfield because of the size of all the linemen.
3rd and 8 have to get to the Vikings 45 for a first down. Blitz coming. Bledsoe drops it off, incomplete. He threw it over Terry Glenn, and then took a hit.
Yeah, he sure did. You know, Drew Bledsoe has been on the ground more this year. His numbers look like railroad tracks. And when you're going all that 4 and 5 wide, it's tough to get. You know that pocket's going to close on you fast.
Has not been sacked today after being sacked 6 times in each of the first 2 games. You can see how upset he is.
He can't be happy about a number of things.
Second punt of the game for Lee Johnson. First one was a 26-yarder. He's kicking into the wind. And this one's a good kick. David Palmer waits for a fair catch and takes it at the 16. So the Vikings will go on offense for the first time in the second half after Drew Bledsoe has little success to start the half. How'd you like my yacht there?
Is that you?
Leading tacklers, Teddy Bruschi, Ty Law, Ted Johnson.
Go with what you can handle there, Sam.
Patriots have got, that's right. Patriots looking for a way to stop Dante Culpepper, who is 12 for 15 in the first half with 8 carries for 51 yards.
This is for a way to stop the bleeding.
Feinsasser, short pickup to the 20-yard line. And Denny Green said it to Butch Stearns, just taking what's there, as you pointed out, Bill.
He's got to be really excited about Dante Culpepper. In a game like this, I mean, everything that the New England defense is doing, mixing up coverage to double coverages on the outside guys, and Culpepper looking, seeing, and then finding the check down. He's got to be excited about it.
On 2nd and 7, Culpepper with time, doesn't have anybody open, and is brought down for a loss. Second sack of the game for the Patriots. Greg Spires, number 94, third-year man out of Florida State with a sack.
Well, the guys were covered up downfield with the coverage. Here's Ty Law on Carter. He doesn't get any separation. And on the other side, it's Randy Moss, and he's got the coverage. See Antonio Langham shooting over the top right away. That's taken away. And then Chris Slade is running with Saucer right there. So even the back out, the third check down was taken away at the same time, and that's when the rush finally converged.
3rd and 10. Have to get to the 27-yard line for a first down. Culpepper in trouble. They've got him. Greg Spires was there. Henry Thomas was there.
Chris Slade.
And the third sack of the game on Dante Culpepper.
Good defense, good coverage in the secondary, and watch the guys converge. That's key. They're getting their tail upfield, and here comes the pocket closing from Henry Thomas, and there's Spires on the outside. That's a perfect rush. You have the middle, and you have 2 contains, and when everybody's covered downfield, it just collapsed.
Mitch Berger, second punt. Bounces just across midfield and goes out of bounds at the Patriots' 47-yard line. Good field position for New England.
There's going to be another unsportsmanlike penalty coming against New England.
47-yard punt, and we'll check it out here as Phil Luckett talks things over.
Yeah, Tony George didn't like the way he was handled downfield, and he got all upset, and after the play he started punching and pushing, and that's going to back him back 15. And that's not going to make Belichick very happy.
Oh, bad penalty. Bad penalty instead of being up to 47.
Foul, unnecessary roughness, receiving team number 41. The foul occurred in the continuing action. 15 yards, first down.
So the Patriots are pushed back to the 32 where they will start from, and Bill Belichick with some words for Tony George. Patriots have a long way to come back.
Those words may be, bring your playbook down and come see me. He hopes not.
It's been a good day for the Vikings, though that last series, they were kept quiet. Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss, Chris Carter. Patriots from their own 32. Trailing 21-7. Kevin Falk stopped by Chris Hovan, the rookie out of Boston College, the first-round draft pick of the Vikings. And he's going up against his former BC teammate, Damian Woody, who's the starting center.
Yeah, 2 old guys going at it that play together as teammates. And, heck, you know, that's a rivalry within itself. They're both number 1 picks. They both have something to prove, and now they've got to prove it against each other.
2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers in for the Patriots. Chris Callaway is in, number 82. Pressure on Bledsoe. And the pass broken up. Chris Tishman breaking up the pass intended for Terry Glenn.
This was a heck of a play by Dish. Watch him. He bails out of coverage here. Then now he just keeps working and working and working until he feels he's secure, and then he breaks on the ball.
13th year in the league.
Fine job by Dish. Yeah, heck, you know, the guy's been around. He's seen an awful lot. The knock on him that, you know, when he was in Washington and Kansas City, sometimes he seems to guess a lot, especially when he plays zone coverage. But a lot of the things that Minnesota's doing with him is man up. Use them to the best of his ability.
Here comes the blitz on 3rd and 10. Bledsoe finds a man, but short of a first down. The pass completed to Troy Brown. And Kylie Long was right there.
It has to be just disgusting. They can't seem to get anything going. The run game isn't there. You lose a big time back and you don't replace them. Your offensive line is in flux. You're rotating guys in and out trying to get something going to protect the passer. Your tight end that you've been comfortable with for years is gone, and you need your receivers to step up and make big plays, and it's just not happening for them.
Lee Johnson with his third punt of the game. It's a good kick away. Palmer backtracks for the 16. Patriots have it covered and they swarm him. David Palmer coming back from a knee injury, not quite 100% yet, little hesitant on his returns. Chuckmaine Davis with a tackle after a 47-yard punt.
Man, drop back and throw that banger. I need that ball in there with some heat on it.
And he has gotten the ball in there. 5 receptions in the game for the great Chris Carter as he steps up the ladder. All-time receptions. The 5 catches give him 940. He is tied with Art Monk for third all-time. 1 more ties him with Andre Reed. 2 more and he's second, only to the great Jerry Rice.
What a day he's having today, too, drawing that single matchup with Ty Law all day long. Ty Law could use some help.
He had a good game against Law the last time these teams met in Minnesota in 1997.
Right, he caught 7 balls against him. It was the same matchup. Ty Law was singled up on him all day there, too.
Vikings start at their own 13. Robert Smith, the lone setback. 2 tight ends. Culpepper drops it off to Johnny McWilliams, who caught a touchdown pass earlier, gets up to the 20-yard line. That's a little toss to the tight end.
Yeah, a little play and catch. And this is a little bit different than what you've seen out of Minnesota. This is a little bootleg. You're going to see the guard pull out here, leading the way. There's a block down. There's Corbin Lassina. See that? That's just a little bootleg. And that's something new that Sherman's brought to this offense. Moving the pocket a little bit to help Culpepper out.
Robert Smith fighting for yardage. Gets close to the first down marker. Chad Eaton, number 90, made the tackle. Patriots are without Willie McGinnis there in the second half. He left the game with a leg injury. And that's a big loss. They're going to bring out the chains for measurement here.
Is there anybody on the Vikings offense that hasn't touched the ball?
I don't think so.
You know those games you play when you're a kid and the coach will ask you in a little league, who hasn't played? Has everybody got in? And you raise your hand. That's when you go to the offense. And right now you say, who hasn't touched the ball? Let's everybody get a shot. Let's mix some things up because they're having their way here.
And the pass distribution to the wide receivers, 4 to the tight end, 2 to the running backs. Culpepper's done an outstanding job, and the Vikings are also 6 for 9 on third down conversions. They have third and about a foot, maybe less than a foot. Randy Moss has been kept in check. Crowd urging on the Patriots defense. And the quarterback sneak. And look at Culpepper.
Short yardage back.
He needed about 9 inches. He got about 4 yards. 6'4", 2. He told us he's about 255 because he's been watching what he eats.
Yeah, he's watching, all right. He'll eat whatever the heck he wants to eat, including a couple nose tackles. He just bowled his way right over everybody there.
He's carried 9 times in the game. 4 of those carries have been for first down. 3 of them have been for first downs. 9 carries, 57 yards. Draw play to Robert Smith. And he pushes his way up across the 30 to the 32. Ted Johnson made the stop.
I can tell you that watching this Vikings team right now, and I saw them in training camp, and I wasn't quite sure of what they were or where they were going. But it's real evident to me that they are more of a complete offense than I've seen them. You know, and I even go back when they went to the NFC Championship game. They were not a complete offense when they went to the NFC Championship game. It was all Moss and Carter, and they didn't have all the other aspects of it going for them. Today, this is the Viking teams I'm seeing. They have great rhythm, and they can do a bunch of things to you.
On second down, draw play to Robert Smith. I think what's impressive to me, Bill, is that we know they have the home run capability. They can make the big play. What we've seen today is ball control. And very patient and no mistakes.
That's what they didn't have when they made the championship run to the NFC Championship game. They didn't have that. They didn't have that patience. They used to get flustered. If they got held down, if the receivers got double teamed, if they were getting jammed, they get frustrated. Even the offensive coordinator at the time got frustrated. And they would try to force things instead of being patient. Sherm Lewis has to be credited because Sherm's been around a long time. There's a lot of football in that mind of his. He's made this thing patient.
On third down with 3 wide receivers in, the pressure on. Culpepper's throw for Carter. Flag goes in.
Well, you know what? That may have been some pretty good acting by Carter.
Did he sell it?
Yeah, I think he sold it pretty good.
Holding on the Patriots. And that'll be a first down.
I thought that was it. It was Ty Law bumping. I think they were running down the field. They were bumping along, some contact.
Holding, defense, number 24, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Take a look. Here's Ty Law on Carter right inside here. Oh, there's the arm around the head. And then Carter just watch him. He throws his arms up in the air and said, look, hey, throw it. And then the flag came out.
Second penalty on Ty Law. First down, Vikings at the 39.
He said, there's no way I'm going to let these guys hold me and grab me without pushing off. He got called for pushing off last week. He said he's going to continue to do the same.
Play fake, Culpepper.
1-on-1,
go deep. For Randy Moss, he's waiting. It's out there. It's incomplete. Otis Smith covering on the play. Looked like Randy slowed up just a little bit to wait for it.
That was the first time Randy Moss didn't draw the double coverage. He didn't draw the coverage outside. Malloy comes up, and who sees it? Dante Culpepper realizes it's 1-on-1 and takes his shot downfield. And that's the first time Moss has not drawn the double coverage over the top with the safety. Culpepper, the coaches told me this. I didn't see it all the time. I didn't see it through preseason, and I didn't see it through the first 2 games all the time. But the coaches to a man said, this guy is really smart, and I'm on to him.
Robert Smith keeps the legs turning and gets up to about the 43-yard line.
Sam, I can't emphasize enough the anticipation he has and the vision he has of seeing these things and realizing, bang, there it is. There it is. There it is.
When we asked Chris Carter the best thing about Dante Culpepper, he said his football IQ.
Yep.
And he knows and has a great feel for the game.
And I can see it now. I see now exactly what he's talking about.
Patriots have 6 defensive backs in. Vikings have to get to the 49 for a first down. 3 wide receivers for Minnesota. And flags go down. The play is stopped, and some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Corbin Lucina, number 63, involved. Lawyer Malloy was there. Greg Spires may have jumped offside.
I believe that could be the case.
Yep. It'll make it 3rd and short. Maybe 3rd and about a yard.
And a sense of frustration setting in on New England's defense. They've been out there all day. They've been battling.
Defense number 94, which caused the offense to move. 5-yard penalty remains. 3rd down.
So now it's 3rd and a little over a yard for Minnesota. With 6.5 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. And a first down. Robert Smith. Malloy brings him down, but a good run by Robert Smith, and there's a flag down deep in the secondary of the Patriots. And here comes another penalty against New England.
Too many men on the
12
field.
men on the field.
Defense. The penalties decline. The results of the play is a first down.
Things are going bad to worse for the Patriots.
Well, here's all men. See, right here, there's Slade saying, get off, you're out, get off the field. And there's your 12.
And nobody left.
Well, they had 12 men on the field, and they still ran for the first down. That's not a good sign.
Robert Smith, 20 carries, 62 yards. Dante Culpepper has rushed for close to 60 yards. Vikings continue to grind it out. Culpepper in trouble. Gets rid of it, and it's caught by Robert Smith. It's going to be a loss of about a yard. Culpepper wouldn't give up on the play, even though Spires had him.
We talked about this guy and the size of him and the strength. He has defensive linemen wrapping him up, and he won't go down. Oh, I'm glad I'm not in the league anymore. That's Greg Spires taking a shot at him, and he won't go down. He still stands up. He has to get him in a leg lock finally and twist him to leverage him to go down.
It turns into no gain on the play. It's 2nd and 10.
Heck, it was great effort, though.
Yeah. Prevented the sack. Smith bounces it outside. It's down to about the 41-yard line. Chris Slade made the tackle.
You know, all this running that you do, you know, the offensive linemen just love it. When they get in the game, and the big slob hogs get in the game, and I can say that, and I mean it too, if you look at the right side of the line with Dixon and Stringer over there, they just want to maul you. I mean, they don't want to get fancy and pass block and worry about their sets and their steps and where their hands are going to be. They want to lay on you, lean on you, and just push a pile. Offensive linemen in this situation just love to grind the ball out. They don't care if they call a running play from here to the end of the game.
Have to get to the 35 for a first down. Culpepper looking, throwing to Matthew Hatchett. The catch is made, and it looks like he's got a first down just across the 35-yard line. Second catch of the game for Hatchett, who scored a touchdown earlier.
Well, these are some of the things that the changes in the defense that they try to do. They put Katosa Wanga outside on Matthew Hatchett when they go nickel defense. One-on-one outside. They're rolling the coverage to Moss, taking him out of it. But Ty Law hasn't matched up well on the one-on-one situation with Chris Carter. And Cato has had a tough day as well.
This is the Vikings' 56th play of the game. Twice as many as the Patriots have had. Draw play to Robert Smith. And if he breaks that tackle, it would have been a long gainer. Ball popped loose, but he was down by contact. No fumble on the play. Ted Johnson made the tackle on Robert Smith.
That was pretty doggone close. And I think the officials, I don't think his knee was down. See, they're too quick to rule down by contact on these doggone fumbles. Let it play out and let the coaches challenge it if they want to challenge it. He's not down and the ball's out. That's a fumble.
Fans reacting to the video screen. You're right on that, Bill. And see, the official steps in, says down.
Well, because they're covered that way. They are. Let the thing unfold, and then let it. If the coaches want to challenge it, let them challenge
without question.
Put it on the coaches.
Now there's a discussion going on amongst the officials. Everybody over. All right, let's hear the call.
The ruling on the field is that the player fumbled. New England recovered. First down.
There you go, and they got it right.
Good call.
They did get it right. The officials discuss it, get it right. First turnover of the game for the Vikings. For an Olbermann fix, Sunday Night Sports gets a whole lot better. Keith Olbermann in the Evening News airs tonight at 10 on Fox Sports Net. His perspective on the world of sports takes a look forward at what's coming up. We'll look back at the week's events. The Keith Olbermann Evening News tonight at 10, only on Fox Sports Net.
We for sure spent a lot of money promoting that guy. His face has been plastered all over the country.
Well, his mom likes that.
He's good at what he does.
Bledsoe on first down, going deep for Terry Glenn, and Chris Dishman picked it off. Dishman staying right with Glenn, man for man. Bledsoe's first interception of the season.
Well, that's what we talked about. The corners for the Vikings just playing man-to-man. They're manned up on them. And they're having a lot better success being manned up on them than anybody on the Patriots manned up with Chris Carter or Matthew Hatchett or Walsh. Dish, And Robert Tate, who we haven't even mentioned, by the way, we have not even mentioned Robert Tate on the other side, has been manned up all day as well. Now, you know you're having a heck of a game when you're playing man coverage the entire game and you have not been called. Your name has not been called. They're not throwing to you, and you haven't had a pass interference.
Vikings come out with 4 wide receivers with the handoff to Robert Smith. No gain on the play. Time for an update on the Giants and Chicago Bears. Take it away, JB.
I'm going to hold you down.
Sam and Bill, take a look here. The New York Giants P36 trap play run by Tiki Barber. Yes, I know, Bill Moss, that means a plunge. Barber reversed, came back around, took it in for the score. 14-7 Chicago. Bill, I know I got some help from Terry. Back to Sam Rosen.
Lightning. That was thunder and lightning. There was lightning scoring for the Giants. Giants 2-0, trying to go 3-0. Flea flicker. And the short pass is thrown away to the wrong man. Bruschi with the interception.
That thing slipped out of his hand.
Or did it hit the ground?
He was going to throw that ball to the middle of the field, and he tried to check back at the last second.
It's incomplete.
Right into Bruschi's hands.
Incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Wow. Tried a little razzle-dazzle and almost threw it away.
Yeah, he was looking downfield. He had Moss outside. Here's a throwback. Now he's going to look, and then at the last second, he's going to pull it down. He pulls it down, and that thing comes down inside.
Good call. The official right on it, and the ball hit the ground. Here's 3rd and 10 for the Vikings with 3 wide receivers in. Culpepper. Slade trips him up, and the ball's intercepted. Lawyer Malloy with the interception. And that time, Culpepper tried to do too much.
Yeah, and that could be a tide changer here. You know, we talked about them. The Patriots struck in only 1:51. They struck for a touchdown on their first possession. The Vikings have chewed up the clock and have just been content with the 21 points they put on the board. That's a big play right there. Let's see if the offense can gain some juice off Lawyer Malloy.
Chris Slade, a heck of a play here.
He was a spy guy. He was spying in the backfield, and then he took off and when he had his shot, he took it.
Great hands by Lawyer Malloy. 5th interception thrown by Dante Culpepper this season. Inside Kevin Falk to the 15-yard line. Big chance to turn this game around for the New England Patriots.
Lawyer Malloy. You know, all lawyers have sticky hands.
I'm not touching that.
You saw him. He had some sticky hands right there. Got the bat and the interception.
Ball at the 16. Glenn in motion. Kevin Falk met head on at the 15-yard line. Good play by Chris Hovan.
You know, the one thing the Minnesota Vikings have had the affordance in the first 2 games is anytime they've turned the ball over, their defense has helped. They have not let anybody. There it is right there.
Yeah.
7 turnovers and no points off turnovers.
Here's a big play for the Patriots. Have to get to the 11 for a first down. And they've got it. Terry Glenn inside the 10. Dishman the tackle. 5th reception of the game for Terry Glenn. The Patriots keep it moving. The last time Minnesota was in Foxborough was 1994. The Vikings led 20-0 late in the first half. That was the game in which the Patriots came back and won in overtime, 26-20. And Drew Bledsoe set 2 NFL records. Passes thrown, passes completed. Play fake. Bledsoe rolling. Looking into the end zone. Knockdown. Try to get it to the tight end, Rod Rutledge. And Eddie McDaniel broke it up.
Well, he broke it up. But, Sam, what was even more impressive is him running with Rutledge. Watch Eddie McDaniel, 58. He's going to be right in here. He's going to travel. Now, he sees the tight end. Now, watch him bail back out. And at the end of this thing, makes a play on the ball.
Drew threw it a little behind Rutledge.
Well, just the fact that Eddie was down there that far, carrying the linebacker to that depth, and then being there to break on the ball, that's a heck of a job.
Bjornsson in motion on second down. Falk. Nothing there. Vikings right there to meet him at the 10-yard line. Excellent defensive work
To Lance Sawyer.
Second-year man out of Nevada, Las Vegas, who's taken over as the starter at defensive end. He's not a big guy, is he, Bill? About 268?
And nobody on the defensive line is. You know, the defensive linemen are about the size of Culpepper. They're all in that 260 range. They're fast, they're explosive, they get upfield, and they wreak havoc. They try to do a lot of stunts. There's a lot of movement inside.
3rd and goal for the Patriots. Empty backfield, everyone out. Trouble. John Randall chasing. Bledsoe is upended. Falls forward to about the 3. John Randall looking for his first sack of the season. Just missed.
You know,
Robert Tate eventually made the tackle on Drew Bledsoe.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
He's got grass in his helmet. He's been all over the place. He's been rattled in the pocket. Drew Bledsoe has to do everything on his own out there.
Patriots trying to come back. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 21-7, Minnesota. Welcome back to Foxborough. Sam Rosen, Bill Moss, and Butch Stearns with you as the Minnesota Vikings take a 21-7 lead on the New England Patriots into the 4th quarter. It's the 80th anniversary of the birth of the National Football League, September 17th, 1920. The Patriots go for it on 4th down, 4th and goal. Bledsoe being pressured, hit by Orlando Thomas. The blitz was on. Thomas and Hovan got there. And the Patriots turn it over on downs as Bledsoe is sacked for the first time in the game. 13th time this season. The Patriots' comeback efforts are stalled.
Here's Patrick Pass. They've had trouble with the running back protection. He's got to step up and take the inside guy. He comes outside for the defensive end. That's not his man. That's been the problem all along with the pass protection. Everyone thinking the pass protection has been the offensive line falling apart. None of the backs have been able to step up and pick up the pass protection in blitz.
First NFL game for Patrick Pass.
Not J.R. Redmond, and now Pass.
So the Vikings start from their own 15. Robert Smith pushes ahead up to about the 19-yard line.
You know, you talk about New England and some of their problems, Sam, and where they're off to. You know, they've done some good things. You see sparks of good things that can happen to them, but the way it unfolds for them in a game, especially late in the game. You saw last week against the Jets and week 1 against Tampa Bay. They've got to come back. They've got Denver, Indy, the Jets, and Indy again.
Draw play to Smith. Gets about a yard on the play. 25 carries, 76 yards for Robert Smith. Chad Eaton, number 90, leading the way on the stop. Once again, the Vikings defense doing a great job after a turnover. They have not given up any points this season after 7 turnovers. That's great work by the defense.
Well, and a lot of it's been Emmett Thomas's ability to just change his philosophy a little bit. You know, he was a zone guy in Philadelphia and in Green Bay last year. Since he's come here, it's been nothing but blitz.
Have to get to the 25 for a first down. Culpepper. Incomplete. Was looking for Chris Carter. And the Vikings' offensive momentum has been slowed down in the second half. Mitch Berger comes on for his 3rd punt. New England Patriots 8 times in their history have started 0-3. In all those seasons, in none of those seasons have they come back to have a winning record. So they need a big turnaround to get some positive momentum going.
Denver, Indy, Jets, Indy.
That's tough. Berger, after a bad snap, got away a bad kick. Fielded by Kevin Falk. Falk with a return. is out of bounds at the Minnesota 44-yard line. Good return. I think Troy Brown was shaken up earlier on a pass reception. Falk on the return here. November 13th, 1994, Minnesota at Foxborough, and the Patriots, who were down 20-3 at halftime, were led by the magic of Drew Bledsoe. He was 37 for 53, 354 yards in the second half. The Patriots came back and won in overtime. Single-game NFL records, 70 pass attempts, 45 completions, and no sacks on 70 pass attempts.
He's going to need that luck again, starting on this drive here.
At the Vikings 43, with Tony Carter and Chris Floyd in the backfield. With
pickup
outside, complete to Chris Callaway. First down at the 28-yard line. Chris Callaway spent last year with Atlanta after playing with the Giants. Kevin Falk has come back in at running back. 16-yard pickup for New England. Falk, nice hole inside the 20 and close to another first down. The middle linebacker Kylie Wong made the stop, but Kevin Falk with a solid run.
That's been there for him all day too. Anytime they've been able to walk that linebacker out with the flex formation, that takes one less guy out of the box. And when they do that, then they come right back and hit you with the draw.
And they go back to two fullbacks, Tony Carter and Chris Floyd.
And the reason, that tells me it's going to be a pass. And the reason it's going to be a pass is because they haven't been able to get the pass protection out of the running back.
Three wide receivers outside, complete to Terry Glenn, pushed out of bounds at the 9-yard line. It's a first down for the Patriots.
When I say running backs, I mean tailbacks in the form of Patrick Pass or Falk. I mean, they've had busted assignments. J.R. Redmond is inactive today because of the busted assignment. So they go two fullbacks in there because they get better pass blockers in there when they go pass pro.
So here are the Patriots in the red zone again, where they have struggled to get the ball in the end zone.
And it legitimately is the red zone for the Patriots. They stop.
Short pickup for Tony Carter.
You know, a lot of teams go ahead and name that zone for the offense the gold zone or the green zone. Right. You know, subliminal little messages for gold or green means go. For the Patriots, it is legitimately red zone. They come to a stop.
They're at the 8-yard line, second and goal. 11th time this season they've been in the red zone. See the numbers for today. They've scored only 2 touchdowns. Bledsoe looking, throwing, incomplete. John Randall with some pressure on Drew Bledsoe. The pass intended for Terry Glenn.
Well, they had the two fullbacks in there that time. And it should have had no pressure because they were not in a pass route. Right here, here's Floyd. Floyd comes out this way instead of stepping up inside to pick up John Randall. Step up and get a piece of him. He steps out and gets into the pass pattern. You've got to protect your quarterback first. John Randall just got there in enough time to disrupt that whole play.
3 wide receivers. Kevin Falk in as well. Bledsoe throwing to Terry Glenn. Can he get there? He does. Touchdown.
We got a game.
He beat Robert Tate on the play. And the Pats, who failed earlier, come through here. That was a big one for New England. A lot of time remaining in this one. Adam Vinatieri. Lee Johnson holds. Drop the ball.
Lee Johnson, that's the second time he's bobbled the snap.
So the lead remains 8.
He's cost him, Lee Johnson has cost him 4 points by not being able to get the ball on the ground.
Terry Glenn gave him 6 with this effort. It's 21-13. It's still 1 touchdown and a 2-point conversion game.
Lee Johnson right here. You know, you don't think it's lonely when you mess up and you're a kicker? Nobody around him to talk to him.
Stand in the back. Tyrone Carter on the return for Minnesota. Straight ahead with speed to the 25-yard line. Big series coming up here in this game. Next week, Fox NFL Sunday begins with the best pregame show there is. Terry, Howie, JB, and Chris take you around the NFL, and then Marshall Faulk and the Rams take on Jamal Anderson and the Falcons. Or it's the Packers and the Cardinals. Plus other regional action. It's all right here on Fox starting at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific next Sunday. Check your local listings.
You think Torrey Holt, Isaac Keem, and Isaac Bruce, and who else? Trump candidate, Marshall Faulk. They could have run the 4x100 over there in Sydney, couldn't they?
They could still make it over there.
Get over there, get a couple medals, and come home.
Short drop. Culpepper to Chris Carter, his 6th catch of the game. And now he is tied for number 2 all-time with Andre Reed. But he's not thinking about that right now.
He is, to me, as a guy that played, looking at him and the things he does, and the way his mind he keeps in the game, it's amazing. It really is. He's a sensational player, football player. To prepare every week and be as productive as he is week in and week out for as many years as he's done it.
Oh, yeah. This is 14th year. Robert Smith. Patriots are there. It's close to the first down marker. Greg Spires, who has come in for the injured Willie McGinnis, has done a nice job in the second half. Third-year man out of Florida State. Third-round draft pick in '98. And they will bring the chains in, I believe, to measure. Yes, coming in from the far side. Bye week next week for the Minnesota Vikings. They return in Detroit in 2 weeks. And it is a first down.
Detroit having some problems today.
Yeah, couldn't get the offense going against the very tough Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Boy, the Bucs look good. They had some offensive rhythm today.
Robert Smith has carried 26 times for 78 yards. He's the lone setback. 3 wide receivers in. Culpepper gets time. Now he's chased. And he's dropped 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage by Chris Slade. That'll be the 3rd sack of the game, credited to the New England Patriots.
You know, if Carter doesn't get open on Law, pretty much the rest of the defense has everything else taken care of. If it hasn't gone to Carter, he's sprinkled it around to some checkdowns, but everybody else is covered. And they've done that pretty much all day long. Carter has gotten his balls thrown to him and taken care of that situation. But if he's covered up, there's not much else.
And they've done a good job on Culpepper here in the second half. With time, he throws and completes up to the 40-yard line to Chris Carter. Ty Law with the tackle, and now Chris Carter is number 2 all-time in receptions in NFL history, 942.
And everybody's on their feet, giving him a round of applause here. Even the Patriots fans. You know what? That's great football spirit right there.
Yes, I love that. Standing ovation for Chris. Well, no, maybe this is for their defense. What do you think?
No, they just had that thing up on the board there. They had his numbers up on the board.
Well, for Carter, and now they turn to cheer their defense. They want to stop here. Timeout.
Timeout. Minnesota. First charge timeout.
Clock had run down. New England Patriots fans with a rousing cheer for Chris Carter. 68,000 plus urging on the New England Patriots defense for a stop here. The Vikings have 3rd down, and they've got to get to the 46-yard line for a first. Culpepper looking around and sizing it up.
Take a look at the center, Matt Burke. They're going to go on a silent snap count. It's going to be on the movement of his head. Watch his head. It's going to go up, down, Now snap.
Culpepper outside of Randy Moss, who's got a first down. Spins to the Patriots' 46-yard line. Only his second catch of the game.
Well, they gave him some room. They gave him some room that time. Otis Smith played him well off. They didn't get up and press him and have that safety coverage over the top. Culpepper saw it and took it right away.
14-yard pickup. Big first down for the Vikings. The clock running. Two tight ends in. Robert Smith runs into Ted Bruschi, pushes his way forward to the 42. And the Vikings, who've been able to control the ball a good portion of the game, continue to work on the ground. No big runs, but it's been some steady pickups for Robert Smith.
Yeah, just keep churning and churning and keep working at it. And that's the patience factor that we were talking about. Because you need patience to stay with those runs. And I think the previous Minnesota Vikings teams, the coordinators, never had that patience to just stay with it. You know, you got all those big offensive linemen, use them.
Three wide receivers in now. Short drop, Culpepper outside. Randy Moss dropped it. I think he shocked himself. He was wide open, and the pass went through his hands.
I think he was trying to size up how much field he had to work with and where the defenders were.
Vikings have Brad Badger in at left guard, replacing Corbin Lucina. And now another big third down play. And the fans are on their feet again. Vikings have to get to the 36 for a first down.
Those tackles can't hear. It's going to be that silent count.
Culpepper running for it. They've got him short of a first down. Lawyer Malloy, number 36, made the tackle.
Look how much ground Lawyer Malloy has to cover just to get here. Here he is hovering around the middle of the field. He's coming up to Phil. He's just waiting. Another spy guy.
They did an excellent job on Culpepper in the second half. Fourth punt of the game for Mitch Berger. And now it becomes a field position battle. Berger's an excellent directional kicker. The wind against him. Falk takes it at the 12. Is tripped up and falls forward to the 14-yard line. Tyrone Carter, number 37, was down in on the play. 26-yard punt. And now the Vikings, the Patriots.
Television. Don't miss Fox NFL Sunday next week.
The owner of the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft, his son, Jonathan, watching his team closely.
Yeah, we were talking to him, too, when we saw him on Friday, and he was just talking about the business. How the highest of highs when you win, never equal out when you have the lowest of lows. He said the lows are always so much worse. The highs aren't good enough.
From the 15, plenty of time for Drew Bledsoe. Rolling and throwing and completing to Troy Brown across the 20 and up to the 23-yard line. Kylie Wong was there to make this stop. Bledsoe now 15 for 26 in the game, 7 for 13 in the second half.
And anything that they've gotten in the second half has really been Drew Bledsoe.
Patriots have all their timeouts. John Randall still looking for that elusive first sack of the season.
Two fullbacks in the backfield for pass protection.
Chris Floyd and Tony Carter. Bledsoe steps up. Flag goes down. The pass intended for Troy Brown is incomplete.
Yeah, they're going to grab Joe Andruzzi for holding on Hovan.
There it is. The 8th penalty of the game against the Patriots. And that one hurts.
Holding offense, number 63. 10-yard penalty, repeat. Second down.
Staten Island-born Joe Andruzzi, who played with the Green Bay Packers and was a late training camp cut. Was out there, got the call, and signed with the Patriots. He's been here for a little over a week.
Yeah, and you're talking about these two starting guards, which two guys signed off the street.
Bledsoe feels some pressure and runs. Across the 20, he was hit by Ed McDaniel.
You know, Drew Bledsoe, he just looks so uncomfortable running the ball. And when he sees a defender closing in on him, you can see him just pause. He doesn't know whether he's going to jump or cut or move, and he ends up just usually going down right there. But, you know, he's doing everything he can. I mean, if he has to run, he's going to run. If he's got to make a play, he's going to make a play. The guy has been stellar all through the second half of last year and into this year with no help.
Bledsoe on third down. In trouble, gets rid of it. Completes to Brown. First down for the Patriots. Up at the 34-yard line. A big completion for the Patriots. Dwayne Rudd with a tackle on Drew Brown. A pickup of 12 on the play.
Don't forget, you know, Drew has been moving around. He's been running for his life in there. And if this continues, we're in the fourth quarter. Michael Bishop is the third quarterback. He is eligible now to come in the game.
Yes.
They have used him before in the fourth quarter just for a few trick plays when they want to get mobility out of the quarterback.
On first down, Bledsoe under pressure. Gets rid of it and completes again. Terry Glenn across midfield into Viking territory. A first down. The Patriots on the move.
Did you see where that ball was thrown? That thing was perfect. That was right where only Glenn could catch it, low and away, and Drew threw that thing as he was running.
7 catches in the game for Terry Glenn. 17-yard pickup puts the ball at the Vikings 49.
He is always working on his accuracy. They have these drills in the dome. They have these marked spots in this net. He's always running around working on that accuracy.
Empty backfield. Bledsoe goes outside. The low pass is dropped and a flag is thrown. Intended for Terry Glenn. Let's check out the penalty. It's against the Patriots. Ineligible man downfield.
Ineligible downfield on the pass. Offense number 77.
77, yep.
5-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
That's
the rookie, Greg Robinson Randall.
Yeah. And he got down there field too far on that screenplay they were trying to set up. And he was down there blocking downfield before the ball was thrown.
So the offensive line has a rookie at right tackle. The 2 guards are free agent pickups.
Yep.
And the center is a second-year man. Ball back to the 46. Bledsoe outside of Troy Brown's got a couple of blockers. Gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little more.
They call the same play again. You know, hey, this time we're going to run the same play again. This time, don't get downfield. Don't pass the line of scrimmage until we throw the ball.
They liked it last time. They liked it again. Yeah. 3.5 minutes remaining and the clock running.
And the Vikings liked it too. They knew it was coming.
Ball at the Vikings 48. Again, empty backfield. 4 wide receivers, and the tight end is Bjornsson. Bledsoe. Incomplete. Threw it short. Intended for Chris Callaway. So now a big third down play facing the New England Patriots. Let's see what the Patriots come up with. We welcome those of you who are watching the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks winning, beating New Orleans 20-10. Sam Rosen and Bill Moss at Foxborough. Patriots trailing the Vikings 21-13. This is a 3rd and long. Bledsoe being pressured, grabbed by Hovan, spins him around. He's got him for the sack.
You had the blitz coming, and you had these go routes on the outside. When you have the go routes, they're deep patterns. Your offensive line has to know they need a little bit of time. You know the blitz is coming. It's 3rd down. They've been blitzing you all day. I don't think they should have called that play that deep.
Bledsoe sacked for the second time in the game. And now with under 3 minutes remaining, time a big factor working against the Patriots. Lee Johnson's punt taken by Palmer with a fair catch up at the 12-yard line. The Minnesota Vikings scored on their first three possessions of the game in the first half and led 21-7 at halftime. The Patriots scored a touchdown, but the extra point try failed when the snap was bobbled. Patriots scoring here in the fourth quarter to cut into the lead. But this last drive stalling after they had gotten across midfield.
Sam, and for the defense, who's been out there a lot for the Patriots, they've played game defense. And game defense is through the course of the entire game, through 60 minutes. They've held up. They've kept it around 21 points. The Patriots offense have had numerous opportunities to win this game and have not been able to do it.
And we welcome you to Foxborough. Sam Rosen and Bill Moss here on the NFL on Fox. Kansas City with a 35-10 lead on San Diego.
First charge timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
The Chiefs putting it to Moses Moreno, huh?
For those of you who just joined us, take a look at how the Vikings scored. Had a couple of lengthy drives. Robert Smith, 4-yard touchdown run, made it 7-0 with the game 7-7. Dante Culpepper found Johnny McWilliams, and then he found Matthew Hatchett, who cut inside of Kato Serwanga and walked in for a touchdown. Chris Carter has had 7 receptions in the game to move him up to second all-time in NFL history with 942. Randy Moss has had only 2 catches in the game.
They've been rolling that coverage over the top, taking Randy Moss out of the picture. And they had Ty Law matched up on Chris Carter. And Chris Carter's just kept steady, keeps working, and has ended up with all the catches. The Minnesota Vikings have put together some great drives in the first half. New England did not get their second possession of the game till under 10 minutes in the second quarter.
On second down from the 15, Robert Smith across the 20-yard line. Come up a little short of a first down.
Timeout, New England. Second charge timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
The Patriots scored on their first possession, a quick drive. A 31-yard pass interference penalty, and then a 2-yard run for Kevin Falk, and then Terry Glenn with this reception in the fourth quarter cut it to 21-13. Drew Bledsoe has been sacked twice in the game.
And hurried a bunch and knocked down and blitzed. And it's really been a tough time for Drew Bledsoe throughout the entire game. And for that much for the first 3 games of the season. It's been the same scenario for him. He's got 2 new guards in playing that they literally signed off the street. He has a rookie right tackle, and he has a left tackle in Bruce Armstrong that's been around this league for a long, long time.
On the other side, Dante Culpepper, the second-year man, has done a terrific job leading the offense, though the Patriots have made adjustments in the second half and done a good job of keeping him quiet.
Well, the thing that jumps out at me about Dante Culpepper is his reads and his patience in the pocket. They took away Moss. When they took away Carter, he looked to his third receiver.
3rd and 1, Culpepper. They've got him spied. He can't run. He throws, and it's incomplete.
Teddy Bruschi, he's played a heck of a ball game all afternoon. He was the spy guy, as you alluded to, and he was there spying, running back and forth, wiggling his hips, right along with Culpepper, putting enough pressure to make an errant throw.
That run was there in the first half. It's not there in the second.
There's Bruschi.
Culpepper has run for 61 yards in the game. Couldn't get to the first down marker. Threw it, incomplete. And the Patriots will get one more chance. 5th punt of the game for Mitch Berger. Kevin Falk is deep for New England. Berger kicking into the wind.
Falk, a good one.
Hit immediately. That's great play by Keith Thibodeau.
Mitch Berger put that thing outside the numbers, going right near the sidelines. He had him pinned against the sidelines, and Thibodeau just closed.
Coming up next, Fox is proud to be the official alternative to the summer games. It's the Fox Comedy Games with the Emmy Award-winning Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle, plus a full hour of that 70s show. It all starts with King of the Hill. That's following Football Except Out West, where primetime begins at 7 p.m. with Futurama. So now the Patriots go from their own 36. Bledsoe handing off inside to Kevin Falk. Big pickup. 15-yard gain for Kevin Falk into Vikings territory. They needed that.
Well, they spread them out. They got the prevent defense in. Now watch the block by the center. Watch Woody, the center. He gets up on Kylie Long and seals him off. That's about 10 yards downfield, and Falk cuts off that.
2-minute warning. One of the best in the NFL. Good directional kicker. Kick toward the sideline.
Well, that was a big one for him. He gave him great field position. They were kind of backed up. And if he didn't punt that ball right where it was, that was a returnable ball. And that would have put the short field in the hands of the Patriots. But on the next play after that, the Patriots took advantage of that draw play.
That's right.
Got him in good position.
Kevin Falk, 13 carries, 80 yards. He rushed for 82 yards. Last Monday night against the Jets. Empty backfield. 6 defensive backs in for the Vikings. Bledsoe short to Troy Brown. Gets across the 40 and is thrown back by Ed McDaniel and Kenny Wright. Hurry up offense for New England. They have only one timeout remaining. It's second down and a yard. Everybody out. Bledsoe to Falk. First down and a lot more. Kevin Falk, nice moves. Out of bounds inside the 20 to the 17.
That was huge. That was huge. And he stopped the clock. Because you get into that situation when you get into the huddle that they were in before, they go in with 2 plays. They had a nice play on the first play, then he threw the ball in the middle of the field. When throwing the ball in the middle of the field, if you're tackled, you have to call a timeout. Falk's play and maneuverability right there, getting out of bounds, saved him that.
Falk has become a valuable man for the New England Patriots. 2 catches, 28 yards. He's rushed for 80 yards, and he's returned punts and kickoffs. Bledsoe to Falk. He made the catch at the 14-yard line. That's a nice grab.
Yeah, and they haven't gone any backs at all. It's all been spread, no backs in the backfield. But now I think it's time when you get in here, you're going to have to bring it back in because they're going to blitz you.
Here they come. Bledsoe to the end zone, throws it away. Troy Brown was deep in the end zone, but it was overthrown. The offensive coordinator of the Patriots is Charlie Weiss, looking at his chart and calling the plays.
An area that they've worked on all week. 2/3 of the practice time have been on the red zone offense and what they can do to get better. And one of the things they did is they put in everybody's favorite routes down there. Because they were having problems and they were thinking that things weren't working and the guys weren't happy with what they were running and what was calling. So they put in each person's favorite route.
Falk splits out to the left. They have to get to the 7 for a first down. Bledsoe getting pressure, throws it away. He was outside the pocket. No intentional grounding. With John Randall pressuring him.
They've got to get something underneath, Sam. Because they're running these routes. They took everybody into the end zone. And the middle of the field is wide open, just as it was on Falk's catch.
Well, here it is. Here's the ball game. And Drew Bledsoe will go to the sideline to talk it over as they use their final timeout.
Third and final charge timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
And he's going to want to talk to everybody. Now, remember, the last time they went for it on 4th down, they were down here in the red zone area. Emmett Thomas brought the house. He brought everybody. That was a big blitz. They dumped Drew for about a 15-yard loss. You have to expect that same kind of strategy down here.
Next week, NFL on Fox. All begins with the best pregame show there is, bar none. JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris bring you everything around the NFL. Then it's Kurt Warner and the St. Louis Rams, Jamal Anderson and the Atlanta Falcons. Plus other great regional games. Packers will visit the Cardinals, all right here, starting at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, next Sunday on Fox. Today, Kurt Warner put up 41 points, 394 yards. Brett Favre with the hurting elbow found a way as the Packers won, and Steve Berline lost today to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a surprise. How about Warner? In 3 games, 1,200 yards already.
He hit Isaac Bruce with that bomb. It was a beauty. All right, here's the ball game. 4th and 7 for the Patriots. Have to get to the 7-yard line for a first down. Bledsoe fakes. He's being rushed. They've got him. And down he goes.
Bryce Pop.
And Talent Sawyer there as well. And the Vikings stop the Patriots.
I mean, the Patriots' red zone is just horrible. Horrible offense.
3rd sack of the game for Minnesota. And Bill Belichick.
That'll cause you to
down to his 3rd defeat.
Yep.
A tough finish again. Again, in each game, opening day against Tampa Bay here, last Monday night in New York against the Jets, the Patriots had chances.
In every game they've had, they had a big chance in this game.
Yep.
Heck, all the times they were down inside the red zone, if they had scored down there, this would be a completely different ball game.
Culpepper takes a knee. The Patriots cannot stop the clock. And the Vikings will go 3-0 and head for the bye week. And once again, they win before the bye week. They'll be 9-1 under Denny Green in games prior to the bye week.
Well, I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw out of Minnesota today. You know, when the big weapons were taken away from them, they had the patience to do the things with the rest of the team as a team concept on offense. It wasn't 1 or 2 guys and somebody throwing them the ball. That was team offense.
So Dante Culpepper wins his first road start. Drew Bledsoe and his Patriots are 0-3. Denny Green's team with a great start. They are tied with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the NFC Central Division lead at 3-0.
The Autotrader.com postgame show is brought to you by Autotrader.com, the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
Tonight, Giants, thunder and lightning. Tiki Barber, Ron Dane ready to get this baby going, but it's Kerry Collins. Another big day, another touchdown pass. Collins finds Ron Dixon deep, 34-yard touchdown. Giants up 7-0. Then back, first catch. McNabb swings it out. Eddie Kennison, 2-yard score, 7-7. And then Giants on the misdirection. Tiki Barber, P36 trap. Great job there, beautiful job, 14-7. Giants, couple of missed field goals, 1 block today, but Giants win this football game 14-7 in Chicago.
Tiki Barber with an outstanding game today, 142 total yards, 1 rushing touchdown. He is standing by with our field reporter from that game, DJ Johnson. Let's join him now.
I'm standing here with thunder and lightning on both sides. We're going to start off with lightning here. At times, it seemed like you guys were going to run away with this game, and all of a sudden you get stalled. What was going on out there?
Well, this is a good defense, and this is a hostile environment. We put a lot of good drives together, and then they stepped it up when we got in the red area. We made a couple mistakes here and there, but we persevered. This is what it takes to win in this league, perseverance.
What do you think the difference is between this year and last year coming into this game?
I think we have the mental toughness. We have the character to fight through any circumstances. This is a good Bears team. They've lost a lot of tough games, and this was another one. But they're going to be tough in the season, and if we keep playing like this, we'll be all right.
Okay, let me hop over to your partner now. All right, now we got Thunder right here. You guys are turning into a lethal combination in this league. What's going on here?
Man, this is great. We blessed. Both of us blessed. Just out here having fun.
Good. Now, in this game today, you got your runs in, Tiki got his runs in, and then all of a sudden the defense would step up and do a great job. What was going on out there?
I guess we got a little relaxed, and that's what the offense will happen with the offense. We got a little relaxed, and we know. All
right. Now, the Giants and the Jets both 3-0. How about that?
Hey, that's great. I'm worried about us. I ain't really worried about the Jets.
All right, sounds good. Good luck next week.
Well, Ron Dane with the Jets. Now the Giants, both teams 3-0 for the first time ever. Let's keep going around the NFL. Tell you what Dante Culpepper did today.
Well, I'll tell you what he did. He had a couple of touchdown passes. This one right here, play action. Pulls out, fires. This caps a 16-play drive. Johnny McWilliams on the receiving end. 14-7 Vikings. Culpepper not finished. He's this time riding a screen. Matthew Hatchett holding back, underthrown ball, which is a great throw. End zone, 39-yard touchdown, 21-7. Minnesota over New England. And then Dante Culpepper this time to Chris Carter, who moves into second place on the all-time reception list with 942. He passes Andre Reed. He now trails the great Jerry Rice. 21-13. Vikings take care of the Pats.
All right, so the Vikings now at 3-0 on the season with that 21-13 victory today. Looking awfully impressive indeed. Let's go back to the game site and rejoin our announcers, Sam Rosen and Bill Moss.
Thanks very much, JB. And the Minnesota Vikings with a strong first half, Bill, and they control the game. Dante Culpepper, accuracy was outstanding. He ran the ball well in the first half. And really was, in my mind, the star of the game.
I think so, too, because of the way he handled everything. He took away his weapons, and he stayed in there, and he had poise in the pocket and concentrated and checked his reads, the progression. That was a big step for him as in the steps to getting to be a good quarterback.
All right, let's find out what Dante thought about his performance in today's game. Butch Stearns talked with him just moments ago.
Here with Dante Culpepper. Dante, you got to be happy on the road to come up with such a big win.
Oh, absolutely. It's my first road game starting, and it was so big for us to come up here and win with 3-0, and hopefully we can just roll from here.
How about the fact that they shut off Randy Moss and you were able to use everybody else?
Well, that's what teams are going to try to do. But it doesn't matter. We're going to go out and win, and that's the main thing. We go out and just exploit whatever we can and move the ball, move the chains, and get in the end zone like we did.
Last thing I want to ask you is, when you want to tuck it and run, you tuck it and run, and they don't stop you, do they?
Sometimes, but if defense gives me that, that's what we're going to take.
All right. Thanks, Dante. Nice one.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
A week off next week for Minnesota, and then they resume 2 weeks from today in Detroit. That's the story from Foxborough. Let's go back to the studio to JB.
All right, Sam, thank you very much. Dante Culpepper passing his first road test with flying colors, and indeed what happened in Seattle.
John Kitna, quarterback for the Seahawks, hoping they don't start with 3 straight losses. Ricky Waters, 105 yards rushing on the day. 7 of them come on this touchdown, 7 up in Seahawks. Blake back down the middle, splits the safety behind the linebacker. Keith Poole finds it, takes it in, 49-yard touchdown. We're tied up. Kitna again. Atula Millie. Someone help me on that baby. 1-yard touchdown to give Seattle the lead. 20-10 the final Seahawks.
Nice job, TB. In Oakland.
Gannon backs. He's stripped by Kavina Pittman. Trevor Price scoops it up 28 yards later. It's a score. Denver up by 14-0. The Broncos back to punt. Randy Jordan bursts through, blocks it, then cleans up his own work, falling on the ball in the end zone for the touchdown. We're tied at 24-all until Mike Anderson, third-string tailback for the Broncos, handoff, left tackle, 29-yard score. Woo, this guy, how many yards did he have rushing?
187 yards on the day.
Thank you, and the Broncos looking awfully good.
Who's that?
Elvis Gerbach.
Thank you very much.
Elvis finds Sylvester Morris, dropping back, looking right, turning, firing left, 9-yard touchdown. Second touchdown reception on the day from Morris. 21-10, KC. Things get worse for the Charger. Moses Marino gets hit by Dan Wilkins. He will have to leave, and then Ryan Leaf will have to come in later. Injured shoulder to report. 21-10 at this point. KC until.
Thank you very much.
Elvis Gerbach hooks up with Sylvester Morris again. 20 yards out. There's your final. 42-10.
Gerbach,
that's a hit.
Touchdown pass, his career high motion, 67, and Len Dawson.
Kurt Warner hoping his football team can score for 9 straight games over 30 points, where they will warm it up. Finds deep. Isaac Bruce, 78 yards. Touchdown. What a ball game we had for 3 quarters. 17-all. 49ers and the Rams. Then, battling back, Garcia hits Terrell Owens on the crossing route. 12 yards. It covers 27-24. St. Louis. Marshall Faulk takes the pitch, cuts back inside. 4 yards score. 41-24. Rams over the 49ers.
Defensive lineman Junior Bryant of San Francisco returned home on the team's charter after a CT scan at the hospital showed no neck fractures or any neurological damage. Thank goodness, good news there. TB, pick it up.
Welcome back, Jamal Anderson. Don't forget, Atlanta has won 3 of the last 4 meetings. Anderson's first rushing touchdown of the season. This one covering 26 yards. Atlanta up early over Carolina, 10-0. Then Burline back. Machine Muhammad, he picks it up. Intended for Machine Muhammad, but there's Ashley Ambrose, a good pickup. This led to a Morton Anderson 27-yard field goal. 13-10 Atlanta. Then Jamal Anderson to the end zone. Doug Evans knocks the ball away, recovered in the end zone, but takes it in, goes out of bounds Referee rules it a safety for Atlanta. Panthers challenge, but refs uphold the call. Final 15-10 Falcons over Carolina Panthers.
All right, Deuce Staley had 122 total yards in a losing effort today. Packers not to win the first of the season. Lions had just 13 yards rushing as the Buccaneers now with 93 points in 3 games win it 31-10. Jets are 3-0 for the first time since 1966, a 13-point victor over the Buffalo Bills. Bengals and Jaguars. Jaguars defense shuts down the Bengals. 5 sacks, 4 takeaways. They win it 13-0 in that one. And the Browns knock off the Steelers. The Steelers have now lost 9 of their last 10 games. Top performances of the day. St. Louis offense, simply impressive. Tampa Bay's offense, as we mentioned, 93 points now in 3 games. Chris Carter, you already mentioned now, second most all-time receptions. And Gerback, 5 touchdown passes, most in 67. And your other colleague, Len Dawson. And what's wrong with the name of that team? Browns, indeed. Jimmy Kimmel, your guy, the one you love, 4-0 today.
That means the guy back next week. That just tells you how simple this game is. Blind squirrel every once in a while. That's
Chris, we'll give you some overview notes.
You know, how about Denny Green, though? He goes out and he gets rid of Randall Cunningham, gets rid of Jeff George, says, I've got this kid, Dante Culpepper. I'm going to go with him. Everybody in the league rolls their eyes, says this guy's got to be out of his mind. All of a sudden, now the Vikings are 3-0. His first road start, absolutely sensational. Great job today by Dante Culpepper.
Chicago Bears have not won a football game, and I thought they were my surprise team. Giants now go to 3-0. Very impressive. It looks very good with Tampa Bay and the Vikings getting ready for a showdown.
When we see Howie next week, we'll ask him about Minnesota, which you said would be
he inspired them, did he not?
Absolutely. Next week on Fox, St. Louis at Atlanta, highlighting many of the games that you'll see. Folks, coming up next, King of the Hill, except on the West Coast. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.